to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. 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 Yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screens glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screen glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame each share. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cat, no spin, just cinema flair. It's full TV, ain't no we air. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping this plan. Welcome to the movie Lair.
What up, y'all? Late night stream. Hope y'all are having a good Friday night. Sorry, y'all. Haven't streamed in 2 weeks. Fridays have been kind of busy, but we back, man. We back for a good show. Got a lot of information to get into. Like, this is going to be a long one. So if y'all are catching this on the replay, gang, appreciate y'all catching me on the replay, gang. If you in here live, like Tori and Anisha, O-Dog, I'm pretty sure some more people will start trickling in here eventually. I appreciate y'all for always coming in to support me. And if you can't stay the full stream, that's cool too. I know y'all got lives and wives and children and, you know, girlfriends, boyfriends. I know it'd be a lot going on, so y'all can always catch the replay. But anybody that's here with me right now, I really, really appreciate it. O-Dog said, what up, Tina? I'm driving. I hope you're driving for 2 hours, because if you're driving for 2 hours, I'm going to take you the full way. We got a lot of stuff to get into. We got a bunch of X-Men stuff. X-Men rumors flying everywhere. X-Men rumors just going crazy. Torian says, I went to Ithaca yesterday to watch the Odyssey and had a damn good time. I was supposed to go tonight, or earlier today, and I just did not. So I'm gonna have to catch it tomorrow or Sunday. But I definitely want to catch it. Nisha said, yes, I can't wait to hear all the new news and the topics. Appreciate you, Nisha. Man, I know I've been neglecting y'all because I haven't went live in 2 weeks, and it's just because them damn vampires. It's the damn vampires, y'all. So I've been covering the vampire Lestat, and it takes a lot to do all of that because I have to go in, watch the episodes, break it down, record it, and those videos be like an hour long, and I'm still working my 9 to 5, and by the time I've been getting to Fridays, I'm like, I don't even have my show built out to do a live, and I don't ever want to go live unless I have my stuff organized. I don't want to just waste you guys' times because I feel like everybody's time is valuable. So that's why I haven't been going live the past 2 weeks. Like between my 9 to 5 job, working on the Vampire Lestat content, I just haven't had enough time in the day to really build out a live show. So, but the Vampire Lestat is getting ready to end Sunday. So yeah, we should be right back on track. And kind of like Torian said, I'm getting all the fellas together next week for Comic-Con. So I'm probably still gonna go live Friday, and then Saturday, me and some of the fellas are gonna do a little live stream together to cover the Comic-Con news from Marvel. So that's kind of been the ins and outs of what's going on and why I haven't been going live. It's just, it's a lot putting content together, y'all. Shout out to all them kids that is going to Streamer University over there with Kai Cenat, man. People think those kids just out there and they playing and they just having a good time. It's a lot of work being a content creator. For content creators who really care about putting a good product out, it's a lot of work. I put a lot of work into this. I'm not just like throwing all this stuff together. And I never want to do a show if it's not together and it's not prepared. I'm never going to go live just to go live. I got to make sure I'm together. Nisha says, I know you have been on it. I'll be watching your reviews instead of the show. We thank you for all your hard work. Love your reviews. O-Dog said, I know that's right. I'm trying to see the Odyssey. Yeah. Trying to see it. Torian said, it's true. Torian is right. Torian is a content creator as well. If y'all don't follow him, make sure y'all go follow Torian. He covers a lot of like legal matters, a lot of stories like dealing with like police brutality and civil rights and stuff. So Torian has a good page over there. He has some good news that he reports on, and of course he does like movies and TV shows too. But that's how I found out about Torian. I found his page long before me and Torian ever started talking to each other. He was covering some type of case, and we linked up, and then we got to know each other a little bit more through the Jonathan Majors case. But yeah, Torian understands because he's a content creator too. Free Spirit in the house. What's up, Free Spirit? How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you showing up. Free Spirit, you know what? I want to apologize to you publicly because I have failed you, my brother. I have failed you. I failed you because I asked for your address a month or two ago and never got the thing to you that I'm trying to get to you, but I'm getting it done tonight, Freed Spirit. Freed Spirit, put your t-shirt size in the chat and I'm gonna send you a t-shirt to your address for being a member for being a member of the page. Did y'all hear that? Is my sound effects playing? Is my music playing? Because I know I did not just sit up here and look like a fool if my music wasn't playing. Was my music playing, y'all? Did y'all hear that? Let me know. Let me know if y'all heard that. And then we finna get into this news because I got a big show. It's a lot. So if you in the chat, did y'all hear that music? Did you hear it? Oh, Torian said he don't hear it. Okay, let me check. That means something ain't right. Let's check this audio. Hold on. Said she didn't hear it, so I just sat up there and danced like a fool. What about now? Free Spirit large and a Louis shirt. Louis Dupont de Lac. I'm ordering it tonight. As soon as I click out of here, you're getting your shirt, Free Spirit. I'm sorry. What about now?
I remember the movie Lairs here. What up?
Okay. Shout out.
I remember the movie Lairs here. What up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat.
Okay. It's working. Free Spirit. Soon as I hit end on this stream tonight, I am getting you a Louis Dupont de Lac shirt in the mail. It's coming to you. I truly apologize. Anybody who's a member on my page, I try to always give y'all something, and I have totally failed Free Spirit because he's been a member for like 3-4 months now, and I was been supposed to get his stuff out, and I didn't, but it is coming. I apologize to you, Free Spirit. You've always been here supporting me, so you will be getting your shirt tonight. Lawrence is here. What up, Lawrence? Willie Gonzalez is here. What up, Willie? What up, Willie? All right, man. Give me 35 seconds. I'm going to cut my AC on because I'm already sweating. It's hot. And then we're going to get into all this news. I'll be right back. 1 second, y'all. All right. Willie said he loved my channel. Willie, I love that you love my channel. I love that I'm doing something right. If people say they love my channel, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Shout out to the super chat. 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 Thanks for supporting. I like that. I like that. I like that. Thanks for supporting. I like that.
Shout out to the super chat from Lawrence. Lawrence, I appreciate it, brother, man. Appreciate you for always supporting me. All right, y'all, we finna get into this show. And y'all, I'm not sponsoring this company, but I love coconut so much. And this electrolyte drink that they got, coconut flavored, the best. Keeps me hydrated. I love it. All right, we finna get started. Let's get into this. Get into this stuff that's going on. We're gonna start off with, let me do my formal introduction. What up, y'all? Tina here with the movie Lair, and we are on episode 24 of 2026. And in this live, we are going to be talking about a bunch of Marvel news. X-Men for sure. DC news. We're going to start off with some horror news. You know, some little scary stuff that's going on. And that's what the show is going to be about. So let's get into it. Let's get to the first topic. All right. Let's get this thing going. We got Jason Voorhees. Jason. Dun, 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 dun. Jason Voorhees. All right. Let me get his information up here. All right, y'all. So we got a new Jason prequel show coming to Peacock this fall, and it's called Crystal Lake. This upcoming series is from A24. A24 putting that work in, and serves as an origin story for the iconic Friday the 13th franchise. They are dropping 8 episodes all at once. They dropping it all at once. And no, this show is not going to focus on Jason. We're going to be following his mama. Yeah, Pamela Voorhees. Yes, we are going to watch her descend into complete madness following the tragic drowning of her young son, Jason. So that's what this show is going to be about. We are going to be following Mama Voorhees. The plot kicks off a year after the tragedy when 2 mysterious strangers show up at her door to dig into her past. Ultimately, the narrative expands like the mythology of the town by exploring like local curses, camp counselor legends, and dark secrets lurking into the woods. So they finna try to reboot Jason again. Jason is coming back. Yo, I don't know if it's gonna work. It's coming out during Halloween time. I'll be there. I'll be watching it. I'll be watching Mama Voorhees. Let's see what drove her to madness. I mean, she lost her son, so we give her a pass for that. But yeah, man, Mama Voorhees. It's called Crystal Lake, and it's coming out on Peacock this October. So seems like we're gonna be getting some good horror stuff. Next up, staying in the horror lane, let's talk about Carrie, old school horror movie. If you were born in the 60s, 70s, 80s, you probably know about Carrie, all right? Very similar to Jason, Carrie is getting a new remake, and it's going to be coming to Amazon Prime. This is a Mike Flanagan production. Now, we just heard about the Jason TV show coming in the fall. Now we find out about Carrie. Okay, are we about to see a battle of the horror TV shows this year? Is that what's about to happen? I don't know, but here's the log line for the new Carrie TV show. And for y'all that don't know, this is based off of the Stephen King book and the that he eventually turned into a movie. But this is what the official log line says. It says, misfit high schooler Carrie White has spent her life hidden away inside the walls of her home with her fiercely protective mother, Margaret, after her father's sudden death. Oh, so her daddy gonna pass away. Okay, after her father's sudden, untimely death thrust her into an unforgiving ecosystem of public high school. Carrie is forced to navigate a viral bullying scandal that tears through her community, the relentless pressure, the relentless pressure and casual cruelty of the social media age, and the awakening of her mysterious telekinetic powers that rises alongside her adolescence. So if y'all have seen the old school Carrie movie, it's kind of lining up a little bit, but they are making some changes. So some other information about the show is it's going to introduce other characters with their own powers. That's new. It also says they're going to change like one of the book's key moments, including the events of the prom scene. That prom scene is very like important to Carrie, but looks like they're going to go a different route with it. Y'all know adaptations, they're going to make changes things, but it is making Carrie sound like a mutant, and it's going to be other people with superpowers as well. Let me find out the Carrie TV show is going to do mutants before Marvel. You telling me this is going to be a school and other teenagers going to have powers? Marvel, y'all done let Amazon give us a mutants TV show before y'all have. I can't believe it. Marvel got to tighten up. What they doing? All right. Courtney said, hello, y'all. What up, Courtney? Torian said they doing another Carrie remake. Yes. Torian said the girl faced abuse in school and mental and physical abuse at home. She had no choice but to crash out. That's right. Nisha said, yeah, I heard about the Carrie show coming, but if they can't do it right, because if they can't do it right, don't do it, because Carrie is a classic. I'm like, don't mess with it if you ain't gonna do it right. Nisha said, not Carrie being a mutant. That's what it sound like. That's what it sound like. Say not only she gonna have powers, other kids at the school, they gonna figure out they got powers. So everybody got powers. Sound like we getting a mutant university from the X-Men. We getting the X-Men before Marvel. All right, next up, let's talk about the OG of horror, Freddy. Freddy is back. There is officially a new installment in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise in the works. And guess who got it? Paramount. Paramount say we buying everything up. This deal may not go through, but we finna get this content. We finna get this IP. So Paramount has obtained the rights to the original screenplay of the 1984 horror classic, Nightmare on Elm Street, which was written and directed by the mastermind, Wes Craven. The movie, they haven't gave us a date on when the movie is going to be released, but if y'all watch the old school movie, you know, Freddy defined 80s and 90s horror with dream, stalking, and the clawed antagonist of Freddy Krueger. Freddy and Jason was holding the 80s and the 90s down when it comes to horror villains. They had it on lock. Then early 90s, you bring Candyman in, yes. Horror was big in the 80s and 90s, and it looks like it's trying to make a little comeback now. Now, this project is not yet titled, per the outlet. No details are currently known except that it is based in the same world of Nightmare on Elm Street, and they're basing it on the original screenplay. So, seems like they're doing like a complete reboot, but they want to stick kind of close to the original movie. Let me tell you something, man. Freddy Krueger and Candyman messed me up as a kid. Imagine watching Freddy Krueger as like a 7-year-old. Just crazy. Shouldn't have been doing it. Don't even know how I seen it. His ideology is to kill people in their sleep, bro. I used to lay in my bed for hours, scared to go to sleep because I was 7 years old and I don't watch Nightmare on Elm Street, and I was completely traumatized. Freddy and Candyman messed it up for me. Horrible. horrible. Oh, I hated being a little kid scared to go to sleep because I thought Freddy was going to get me. But y'all, I'm interested in this remake. We will see. We'll see how all of this turns out. You know, some people don't like remakes, but we'll see. Lauren said they got it from WB. Okay. Torian said Freddy, Jason, and Michael are the horror trinity. Yes, big three. Nisha said I was terrified of Candyman. Terrified. And then when you go back and you watch it as an adult and you like, Candyman, why you terrorizing black people if you got caught up in that foolishness? Okay. I'm not even going to get into it. Just never made sense when you watch it as an adult. You like Candyman. Why is you terrorizing the people in your hood because you decided to go and play around, you know, with one of our Caucasian sisters? Now, you done got caught up and you mad at the people in the hood because they saying your name. You, Candyman. You know, Candyman. Lauren said, don't say it too many times. I ain't scared now. I'm an adult. I'm not scared of Candyman now. I would actually want to have a conversation with him and say, Candyman, you decided to mess around with that woman. Why are you taking it out on us? You need to be taking it out on her and all her ancestors and all the people who roped you up and tarred you like a slave and put the bees on you. Candyman had beef with the wrong people, is what I'm trying to say. You had beef with the wrong people. You shouldn't have been hunting them people in the projects. You should have been going after them people who tarred you up and tore you down. It wasn't the black folks. That's what I'm saying. Candyman had it backwards. Going after the wrong people. Damn. All right. What's the next topic? Oh, children of blood and bone. Children of blood and bone. Children of blood and bone. Listen, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this section because I'm working on like a completely separate video talking about all these new pictures plus the controversy with the author, putting it all together. So for y'all that don't know, the author of this book came out a few weeks ago and said she wasn't going to watch this movie. She hasn't watched it. She wants it to be completely wiped off her hands. She don't want to have nothing to do with it. And it was quite interesting because for so many years, like she wanted this to be turned into a movie. And for her to get this far, get the film made, and then a couple weeks ago to come out and step on it like that was rough to see. I didn't like to see that. I did not like to see the author come out and do that. But a couple days ago, yesterday was it, Paramount in conjunction with the Essence magazine released some first photos of the new movie, Children of Blood and Bone. And honestly, y'all, I saw mixed responses to this. Me personally, I think their hair and clothes look amazing. Some people, especially our people from the motherland, was like, nah, this ain't it. Some of our people from the motherland was like, nope, we don't like this. This don't look authentic. This does not look like us. Then you had some people like, I'm not supporting this movie because the author isn't involved. Then some people was like, yo, this cast is stacked. We will be there opening night. So already there's already division in a fandom that hasn't even been fully created yet. And that's never good to see. Never good to see that there's already like division. And that's why I hate that the author, Tommy Adeyemi, came out and stepped on this project like that. I mean, it's already tough enough to get something like this made. And then once it's completed, to come out negatively. So weird. So my wish is, like always, I hope this movie does well. It comes out January 2027 in IMAX. I'll be there supporting it. I think one thing we can say is we know this cast worked hard on the film. There's some veteran actors on here, so we know they did their job. We know the director, Gina Bythewood, is a solid director. I will be there supporting this movie. My concern, like I told y'all when I reported back from CinemaCon, is when they start to use the magic, it looks a little CW-ish. There's parts of the movie where it starts to look kind of CW-ish. Now, what I will say is maybe they fixed that by now. Maybe they have worked on the special effects. Maybe they have worked on some of the different shots. Maybe they fixed all this. So my hope is this movie turns out good. It looks great just based off of these pictures, but we got to see how it comes together in the movie. So I'm rooting. I'm rooting for Children of Blood and Bone. I think this is a great story. I think this author put in a lot of work to make this book. And I think these people involved with this project put in a lot of work to make this project. Like, these people actually got up, flew to Africa, filmed, worked out. And my confusion with Tommy is Tommy was there. Tommy was there with the cast, working out, lifting weights. She's in the movie. They may cut her out the movie now. She filmed scenes to be in this movie. She was there. What happened after the filming where she's like, I'm over this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Nathan said, dang, I'm late. You ain't missed nothing, Nathan. You ain't missed nothing too important. We just talked about some horror projects that's coming out. Nathan says that looks similar to... Look, when they decided to do this movie, I already said, I'm like, people are going to automatically compare this to Black Panther and Woman King. I already said it. And we see that right now. When these pictures dropped, people was on Twitter like, oh, this look like Wakanda. I mean, I don't know what other way they could have made this movie where people would not compare it to Black Panther. I don't know. I don't know. And I get the comparisons, but this ain't Wakanda. This is a completely different story. So I hope people do give it the benefit of the doubt. And I hope it works. Now, I do know a couple people who saw some test screenings of this movie, and they said it wasn't that good. They said they didn't like it. But once again, test screenings, they can go in, they can change things, they can make changes, and then put out a different project. Because, I mean, I know some people that saw test screenings of Sinners, and they did make a couple changes to Sinners before it hit theater. But I'm rooting for this movie, man. I never want to see something like this fail, because you got a great cast here. You got a loaded cast. So I want this to win, y'all. And these people, they need to be at Comic-Con. And I don't think they're going to be there. Why is Gina not at Comic-Con presenting something for this? I know they came to CinemaCon, but y'all should have went to Comic-Con too. What's going on? Y'all need to be there. Y'all need to be there promoting this. You need to get ahead. So sad that the author just is over it. Next up, let's talk about the Big Mike. Big Mike. Big Mike with the big B hit the big billion. All right, so we got to talk about movie history being made, because Michael has just crossed that $1 billion mark at the worldwide box office. Drop one of Clue's bombs for Michael. All right, so this is officially the first biopic to ever reach $1 billion. The first. That's a record that can never be broken. Michael was the first. That is history. It will be sealed, signed. Nobody ever in life can be the first biopic to hit $1 billion, because Michael has done it. Also, this is the first Lionsgate movie to ever reach $1 billion, and it's the highest grossing Lionsgate movie of all time. So Michael is just knocking down records, breaking barriers down, and Lionsgate has to pat themselves on the back. And listen, I will say, I was giving Lionsgate a lot of problems when it came to marketing this movie. I think the marketing could have been a lot better for Michael, honestly. But then I had to remember, I forgot how small of a studio Lionsgate is. So I had to catch myself and be like, you know what? They doing the best that they can do with what they got. Because Lionsgate is not like Warner Brothers or Universal or Disney. Lionsgate is a very small studio when you compare it to the big boys. So I had to check myself and be like, Tina, this is Lionsgate. You putting too much pressure on them. But they made it. They hit that $1 billion. Everybody who worked on this film should be proud. I had my own personal criticisms of the movie. I felt like it could have been a lot better, but I understand some people's hands was tied and things happened, but we're getting a sequel, so maybe they can up it a notch and make the second movie a lot better when it comes to story. Me personally, I feel like so much was left out of Michael's story in the first movie, so hopefully when they circle back, we can get into a lot more. And for all the MJ fans who get sensitive and be like, y'all want to see the allegations, it's not just the allegations. Like, I wanted to see more of his brothers, their actual relationship with the brothers. I honestly wanted to see more of like other little feats that Michael did coming up through the 80s that they just kind of had to zoom by. And I get why they did it. I completely understand. It was really trying to highlight Michael, show all his great performances. But when you're telling the story of Michael Jackson, I just feel like we really should flesh him out. But I am so proud of everybody that worked on this film. Shout out to the director, Antoine Fuqua. Drop a bomb for Fuqua. Fuqua joins Ryan Coogler and F. Gary Gray as the only black directors in history to ever hit $1 billion on a film at the box office. Now, me personally, I hold Antoine Fuqua and Ryan Coogler just a step above F. Gary Gray. Just a step above, because Coogler and Fuqua hit their $1 billion with a majority black cast, and that's extremely hard to do because you can't get to $1 billion without a diverse audience. When it comes to a black movie, you got to have other people to show up. So for Black Panther and Michael to be a majority black cast, and for that cast to bring everybody out to watch this film, you got to give extra credit to Coogler and Fuqua for making that happen. F. Gary Gray, he hit his $1 billion with Fast and the Furious. That was already like a set franchise. It was a very diverse cast. People were already like connected to these characters. So for Ryan Coogler and Fuqua to come out and take a black cast and get it to that $1 billion, and to have other people come out to support it, you gotta give them brothers a pat on the back. Hopefully one day we'll get a black woman in that ranks to get $1 billion. Maybe we'll get a black woman director on the Storm movie and it'll hit $1 billion. But yo, man, shout out to Jafar Jackson. He worked his butt off for this film. I'm excited to see where we go for part 2. And honestly, me personally, I think they can make a trilogy out of this. That would have been, if I would have been in the corporate office, I'd have been like, y'all, this is Michael. We might need to make 3 of these. To really tell Michael's story, we might need 6 hours to do it. We might need to do 3 movies. So if I'm the people at Lionsgate, I would be looking at doing a trilogy. That's just me. That's just me. Now the real question is, can they get Antoine Fuqua back into the fold? Because I watched an interview with an executive over at Lionsgate, and he could not confirm if Antoine Fuqua was coming back. So hopefully they can get the band together. Nia Long is also going through her own situations with Lionsgate, saying they kind of cheated her out of some money. So hopefully they get that fixed. I really don't want Graham King to step up and take over this movie if they can't get Antoine Fuqua back. I think they got to figure it out. I think Antoine Fuqua knows what he's doing when it comes to filmmaking. I do feel like they put Antoine Fuqua in some handcuffs in this movie. They wouldn't let him really tell the story that he wants to tell. So they need to get Nia Long back, and they need to get Antoine Fuqua back, and they need to get the whole team back together and get this second movie done. But yeah, man, shout out to the Jacksons. We need a Janet Jackson movie sooner or later. But yeah, shout out to Big Billy Mike. Big Mike. He got it done. All right, let's check your comments. Nathan said, another YouTuber says something I wasn't going to post here. They said it seemed like Amanda Steinberg and the author had a thing and it went left. I said, okay, let me go back. Another YouTuber said it. I know I said that. I said that last night on Darius's stream. I said, to me, being part of the LGBT community myself, it seems like a lover's quarrel to me. That's just me. That's just, and half of this is entertainment. So Tommy Adeyemi people, Amanda Steinberg people, y'all don't come sue me for defamation. I'm just making jokes. What I'm saying is, Tommy Adeyemi was completely fine with casting Amanda Steinberg. She stood up for Amanda, and she filmed everything with Amanda. Tommy Adeyemi was on social media throughout the filming of this movie, laughing, smiling, working out, high-fiving everybody. It seemed like everything was great during filming. What happened at the end of filming that you texting Amanda Steinberg, like, keep my name out your mouth, don't say nothing to me, and I'm blocking you? Sounds like a lover's quarrel to me. Sounds like how me and my wife be fighting. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying, for you to make it this far, to get all the way through filming, and then to be like, I'm done, I don't want to have nothing to do with it, and then you post Amanda, the screenshots of Amanda, what the fuck? What can an actor who's a side character do to you to cause you that much upset that you don't want to support the movie? Like, Amanda is not a main character in this movie. This movie is about Tommy Adeyemi, not Tommy Adeyemi, I'm sorry. This movie is about Tuso Mberu. She's playing Zelly. She's the main character. This movie is about her and Damson Idris's character. And then also the princess. The princess, Amanda Steinberg, is like third most important character. Maybe fourth, because you got to add in Tuso Mberu's brother. So how can a side character like cause this much friction where you like, I'm done with the movie, and Amanda, don't text me no more? Sound like a lover's quarrel to me, okay? I ain't saying that's what it is. Oh. All right, let's go back to Big Mike. All right. Torian said Jafar also made history as the first actor in cinematic history to have their first film hit $1 billion as a lead actor. Shout out to Jafar Jackson. All right. Torian said, honestly, Lionsgate didn't have to do that much heavy lifting for a movie like Michael. The fans pushed this movie. Could have been better, though. They could have. If this was a Disney film or a Warner Brothers film, it would have been a lot more. It would have been a lot more, because I'm telling you, Michael didn't even have a presence at CinemaCon. It was a lot of people didn't even know the movie was getting ready to come out. It kind of jumped on them. So I just felt like, Lionsgate could have did a little bit more. But they're a small company, so I'm going to give them a pass. I'm going to give them a pass. S. Jaddick says, Lionsgate is a bum-ass studio. Only one movie to ever make $1 billion. Good for Michael. Lionsgate is small, though. Like, back when I was working in movies, when was it? Like, maybe 08, 09, 010. This is just me just trying to remember. Like, Lionsgate, if you can remember back in the day, Lionsgate was a really small independent studio. They kind of was like Blumhouse a little bit, kind of like A24. Lionsgate was small. They were like one of the first studios to really get behind like Tyler Perry. And for some reason, I feel like, let me look it up, Lionsgate. Saw, yeah, Lionsgate got behind the Saw franchise. So Lionsgate was dealing with a lot of smaller independent movies, and how they even ended up with Michael was because no other studio wanted to do this. I watched an interview with an executive, and the executive over at Lionsgate, and he said no other studio wanted to touch it. That's how they got it. Warner Brothers ain't want it, Sony ain't want it, Disney ain't want it. They was like, nope. We not dealing with Michael Jackson. So for Lionsgate to be a very small studio, hey, you gotta give them a high five. S. Jaddick says, I think Fuqua hitting the bill is the most impressive of the black directors, then Coogler, then Gray. Okay, we can give you that. Nisha says, I don't know. It seems like it was a lot of stress for Fuqua with this film, but hopefully they can get him back. Yeah, it was a lot going on. Torian says, it does sound like a bad breakup. That would sound like to me. Yeah, that would sound like... Hold on. That's what. Look, we back to Children in Blood and Bone. It sounds like a bad breakup to me. All right. Oh, I'm cutting all this out. I am not finna have no lawsuit fooling around with y'all. Okay. I'm cutting all this out. I'm not saying that's what happened. That's just my speculation. Sound like a nasty lesbian breakup to me, okay? Okay? and what's even crazy about Children of Blood and Bone, Tomi Adeyemi literally said she wrote the book Children of Blood and Bone with Amanda Steinberg in mind because of the things that she was dealing with on the movie The Hate That You Have, The Hate That You Give. I can't remember the name of that movie. So even though she wrote the character to be a dark-skinned character, Amanda Steinberg was her part of her inspiration to write the movie. And then you get Amanda Steinberg in the role. People hated it. You came out and defended it. You said, nope, we rocking with Amanda. You was filming with them. Everybody high-fiving, her and Damson Idris dancing, everybody happy on set. And then after filming over, you like block my number. Sound like some lesbian stuff to me. Oh, sound like an entanglement to me. I'm cutting all this out. So if you catching it live, keep it and laugh at it because people like to sue. I don't want to get no cease and desist. But all I'm saying is everything was cool till filming was over. But nah, real talk. What I think really happened, but then the Amanda part still just confuses me. I personally feel like I said in my video, filming ended, everything was good, and when it came down to post-production and it's time to like edit the movie, I feel like she got pushed out. That's why, because for you to say, I don't want to have nothing to do with this project, I don't even want to see it, sounds like she was not involved with the editing. But that's kind of normal. Like, that is so corporate America. Like, you the author. No, they don't want you in the editing bay with them saying, no, make the color this color, cut this out. No, girl, go home. Go spend your money. We don't need you editing the movie. We thank you. We appreciate you for writing the book. We thank you for your inspiration. I don't need you in the editing bay with me. I don't need that. So to me, it sounds like after the movie was filmed, something happened. She didn't like it. But I was trying to figure out, what does this have to do with Amanda? Like, because you was cool with Amanda. Amanda was your inspiration. Sound like some lesbian shit to me. Sound like some corporate people kicked her out and sound like a love triangle or an entanglement or something. Something done went south. Let me see if Amanda Steinberg got a boyfriend. Let's look it up. Amanda Steinberg boyfriend. Amanda Steinberg keeps their private life out of the public eye, known to identify as gay, non-binary, last high-profile relationship. Oh, let me find out Amanda's a homosexual. Say her last relationship was with a woman named King Princess. Didn't I tell y'all? See now we getting it. Now we getting into the tea. Now we getting into the tea. Now we done found out. I think we getting closer. Amanda is one of the gays. Okay, let's see. Now we finna get to digging it up. Let's see if Tomi got a boyfriend. Tomi Adeyemi. Boyfriend. Tomi Adeyemi keeps her private life private, so there is no confirmed information regarding a boyfriend with her. Y'all see how we done put the story together. I'm telling you, it's the gays. Bunch of gay mess. Bunch of homosexual activity. That's it. That's it. That's the answer. I'm cutting all this out because I don't want no cease and desist. We done figured it out. They was over there in Africa in them 5-star hotels, in the hotel together. Tommy probably was like, Amanda, you need to look this way, and you need to do this, and you need to do that, and two gays, child. Cal Royal Highness said, what is this stream turning into? I did not mean to go here, but I'm just saying. It sound like a lover's quarrel to me. It don't, because it's not making sense. It has never made sense for you to completely, like, say, I'm not dealing with this movie anymore, and Amanda, block me, ho. For you to tell another woman to block you, it's something deep going on in there. This ain't got nothing to do with movies. No. Why is the author beefing with the fourth person on the call sheet so much that you not finna watch the movie? Child, them lesbians. Lesbian drama, child. Lesbian drama. That's how it be. She said that Amanda Steinberg inspired her to write the movie. Inspired her. I was inspired by Amanda Steinberg. And imagine you get on set with Amanda Steinberg. She's like, oh, you're as beautiful as I thought you was. They done got in a whole little entanglement. And she done found out that pretty little girl mean as hell. Mean as hell. Now they done fell out. I done dealt with it before. I done been there. I done seen a woman and be like, oh, I got to have her. She fine. Then when you get her, you like, bitch, you mean as hell. Don't call me no more. Don't say my name. Don't tell nobody we was ever together, ho. Blocked. Entanglement, child. Entanglement. I'm sorry it went here, y'all. We were supposed to be talking about Michael, but I'm just saying, this is my area of expertise. This is my area of expertise. Something ain't adding up with what's going on. Do y'all see what I'm putting down? Something is not adding up. You know what I'm saying? She not beefing with the star of the movie, which is Thuso and Beru. She not beefing with Thuso. You beefing with the fourth on the call sheet, and you talking about you don't keep my name out your mouth. I'ma block you, ho. I'm not gonna be involved with the movie. I hate her so much, girl. What? What are we talking about, girl? Child, lovers quarrel. Moving on. Shout out to Big Mike, Big Billy. Shout out to that team over there, man. Like I said, you gotta take your hands off to Antoine Fuqua dealing with. Anytime you dealing with the Jacksons is already gonna be an extra layer of pressure and drama. Then you got Graham King, the producer. They said he was breathing down Antoine Fuqua back. Antoine Fuqua done made the whole goddamn movie. Then y'all come back like, no, Antoine, I'm sorry, you can't include the allegations. You got to cut all this shit out. We need to refill. Like, Antoine Fuqua went through a lot with this movie. And then they wouldn't let him do what he wanted to do. That's what, the rumor is. And he got fed up and said, I'm out of here. So now that it's hit $1 billion, they got to figure out a way to get Antoine Fuqua back. Now that it's hit $1 billion, you got to figure out they need to figure out how to pay Nia Long, because I don't like that they did Nia Long wrong. Okay, figure that out. But shout out to Michael, the team over there at Michael. Shout out to Jafar Jackson for bringing his uncle alive, completely reincarnated. Great job. Next up, the vampire Lestat. Y'all. The season finale of the Vampire Lestat leaked on Thursday. And y'all, when I tell y'all, I am so mad at that finale, like so pissed. I can't remember the last time I have been this mad at a finale. Maybe Game of Thrones. I was so mad at the end of Game of Thrones and Bronn ended up on the throne. I was so pissed off. This is how bad I hate the finale of The Vampire Lestat. And y'all know I have been here from the jump, rooting for this TV show. I think it's the best TV show on earth. This finale pissed me off. It's coming out Sunday. For y'all that do watch The Vampire Lestat, yeah, I was so mad. I felt like we spent so much time setting things up and there was no payoff in the finale of Game of Thrones. Same thing happened with The Vampire Lestat. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was boiling hot, mad. That's how mad I was at the finale. Lauren said, is it out yet? Nope, it'll be out Sunday. I was so hot. I'm talking about seething hot. I'm talking about I was so mad. I sat in disbelief for 30 minutes. That's how mad I was. But you know what? Do you know what makes me feel better? You know what makes me feel better? Knowing that season 4 is going to be about Akasha, okay? That made me feel better. I'm like, okay, we're going to get Akasha. That's the only thing that's keeping me sane at the moment. Knowing that the Queen of the Damned is coming. And honestly, they need to get some black women in that writer's room ASAP. Because this Queen of the Damned story can go sideways really quick if you don't have good writers in there. Because you're dealing with a black woman who's an ancient vampire who wants to kill 90% of men, yet she kills her black king because she feels like he's too weak, and instead she picks the white boy vampire to be her companion. Listen, if they don't figure out a way to write that in a healthy way, it could go sideways real quick. So they got to figure that out. Because when you actually speak what happens, it sounds kind of crazy. It's like, girl, you killed your black king to be with the white boy, and now you want to kill 90% of men and you want the white boy to help you do it. Girl, you crazy. They got to get some black women in that writer's room to really flesh that story out. But yeah, man, the finale of The Vampire Lestat had me so mad. I was so hot. AMC, y'all pissed me off. Eric Patterson says, is it that bad? Nathan says she killed him and took his power. Torian said Akasha is a divester. I don't think I've heard the word divester used in 6 years. Oh my God, I haven't heard that word used in that way in so long. Yes, she is the original divester. Nisha says, I thought we were going to see more of Akasha this season, but I'm just getting here to the show. But yes, they should have black female writers in there. Nisha, have you seen season 1 and season 2? Have you seen the first season? The first 2 seasons. That's very important. Have you seen the first 2 seasons? Listen, let me tell y'all a quick story, and then we're going to go to commercial break and come back and talk about Marvel and DC. One of my homeboys, he's a director. He's a director in Hollywood. And if y'all follow me on Instagram, I'm always posting about the show. I be posting about the show all the time. So my homeboy hit me up yesterday. He was like, yo, I be seeing you post about this show all the time. I done started watching The Vampire Lestat, man. I done started watching it. And I'm like, cool. Did you watch season 1 and season 2 on Netflix? He's like, no, I'm starting at the 3rd season. I said, please don't tell me that. I said, you got to watch season 1 and season 2 to really get the wholeness of the 3rd season. I said, how far are you in season 3? Because you can always go back. He said, I'm at the part where Akasha's waking up. I said, oh, you don't watch the whole goddamn season. I felt like a failure. I felt like I've been talking about this show so much on social media that I realized I did not do a good job of telling people you need to watch Interview with the Vampire season 1 and 2 on Netflix before you watch The Vampire Lestat. So now my homeboy, he a director. He like, yo, this shit good. I'm like, bro, I feel like a failure. Because why are you starting in the 3rd season? Don't start there. He tells, oh, I'm going to go back and watch the rest. He told me I would have never started watching this show if you wasn't talking about it so much. I felt like a failure. I'm like, I have not been promoting this show the right way. Just felt like a failure. But yeah, man, the season finale of the Vampire Lestat had me that mad. I felt like I had just watched the Game of Thrones finale with Bronn sitting on the motherfucking throne. I said, what? What the hell? What the hell? What did y'all just take me through? Y'all remember watching Game of Thrones and you feel like you had been there for 10 seasons and you got to the finale and you want to see this great payoff and then it's just Bronn sitting on the Iron Throne? That's how I felt. I got to the season finale of the Vampire Lestat and I'm like, I know y'all did not take me through all this incest, all this stuff with the band to end like this. Y'all just bring Akasha. Just bring Akasha. Just bring Akasha on because I'm over this season. I'm over it. Nathan said, I remember you saying you put Bo on it too. Yeah, I got Bo to watch it. I was like, Bo, you need to watch it. It's about gay boys. I think if you're a gay boy, everybody should be watching Interview with the Vampires for the gays. Nisha said, I'm like him. The only reason I watched it is because I found you, Tina, and I'm really watching your reviews. I appreciate that. Yeah. All right. Next topic. We're going to get on from that topic that angered me so much. Next up. All right, so just some real quick information about Comic-Con. I'm going to be going live next Saturday around 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. Eastern to go over the information we get from Marvel at Comic-Con. A couple of the fellas are going to be on the stream with me unless something happens with their schedule. Right now, Blue, Torian, Dre Mac, they're coming. Darius says he's coming, but he's also going through some personal issues, so if he can't make it, I understand. I reached out to Marcus Ballhead ass. He ain't respond yet. So when they start streaming on Back of the Bus Sunday, y'all get in the chat and be like, Marcus, Tina said you ain't respond to her group stream. What the hell going on? Y'all get on him. I reached out to Chill too. Chill said he may do his own stream. So I was trying to get everybody in one place so we wouldn't be splitting up viewership because we all kind of share the same audience. So yeah, if y'all are going to be around next Saturday, I'll be doing a group stream, 8:30, and I'll be covering Comic-Con and all the information that Marvel is putting out next Saturday. So I just wanted to kind of give y'all the heads up on that. Collector Strange said they showing tallywhackers. I don't think we get to see it. He talking about Interview with the Vampire. No, I don't think we get to see any front shots. You're not going to, it ain't that gay. Okay. It's just more so like gay, like I love you and I love you. That kind of gay. We don't get to see tallywhackers. Sanju said invite Geeky Cast. I could reach out to Geeky Cast, but I'm sure he might be doing his own stream. But I can hit him up. I'll see. I'll reach out to him. Yeah, I can reach out to good old Geeky. I'll see if he want to come through, but I'm pretty sure I think him and oh gosh. What's homeboy name? I think I'm going blank right now, but I think I got a couple people I could also reach out to, but I also don't want to have too many people where we start getting overwhelmed and we get talking over each other, but I could reach out to some more people. I'll see. Free Spirit said he'll be there. Cool. If anybody else wants to be there, 8:15, 8:30 Eastern next Saturday, we'll be doing a Marvel Comic-Con stream to see what Kevin Feige finna be talking about, child. I don't know. All right. 3-minute commercial break. I'm going to go I'm sorry, I just got a text from some message from someone. 3-minute commercial break. I'm going to go get some water, use the bathroom, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the DC news, we're going to talk about the Marvel news, and yeah, man, that'll be the end of the show. Thank y'all for hanging out. Be back in 3 minutes.
Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some water and some snacks. Meet back here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. We cover rumors and movies, all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some snacks and pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Walk under the Gotham, we talking all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair.
Commercial break with the movie Lair. We cover rumors and movies all day. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Gotham, we talking all day. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Movie Lair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some snacks and pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we talking all day. Commercial break with the movie Lair.
Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some water and some snacks. Meet back here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. We cover rumors and movies, all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we cover all that here. Commercial break with the movie. Grab some popcorn and snacks. Pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. The movie Lair. Cover rumors and movies, all that here. We cover rumors and movies, all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we talking all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. The movie Lair. The movie Lair. They for chillin' on commercial break with a movie Lair. We're about to start right now. Get back here. They for chillin' on commercial break with a movie Lair. With a movie Lair. With a movie Lair. They for chillin' on commercial break with a movie Lair. With a movie Lair. Movie Lair. They for chillin' on commercial break. Get back here. Get back here. Get back here. We're about to start here. Start here. Start here. We're about to start here. Start here. Start here.
All right. We back. We finna go ahead and wrap up this last. Whew. We got a lot to get into about X-Men. Just rumors everywhere. Going crazy. This how y'all know they casting. Rumors are heating up. Let me get my little headphone together. Jesus Christ. All right. What we got? All right. Think we finna get into DC next. Yep. Let's talk about James Gunn. I'm gonna try my best not to hate on him, but this where we going, child. All right, so according to Deadline, Jimmy Tatro is confirmed to play Gorilla Grodd in the upcoming Jimmy Olsen HBO Max series. Now, if you've been wondering why Jimmy Olsen is getting his own show, trust me, you're not the only one. Everybody is like, what the hell going on? Why is Jimmy Olsen getting a show? But hey, let the creators create. So this series is reportedly going to be shot like a true crime documentary with Jimmy investigating metahuman cases, and Grodd is expected to be like the focus of the series, I guess. Nexus News is also reporting that there's additional casting underway. So if you're in the Atlanta area and you're trying to get in that Jimmy Olsen show, they're looking for actors with a comedic background. See, that done pissed me off when I read that because it is so James Gunn. Like, it is so James Gunn. It is. It's gotta be comedic. It's gotta be goofy. Of course. But anyway, they're looking for actors with comedic backgrounds, and also other superpowered characters are being cast as well. Okay. They're also looking for someone to play a lawyer, possibly hinting that Gorilla Grodd might be on trial. But yeah, man, that is the news for Gorilla Grodd. So if you are in the Atlanta area, they are currently casting for that show. They're looking for people. Next up for DC. According to the Scooper, Apocalyptic Horseman, Bane and Deathstroke will likely be the next movie to film after Man of Tomorrow. We are definitely going to keep this in rumor territory. We don't know. This isn't the first time we done heard about a Bane and Deathstroke movie, so I don't know enough about DC to even comment and say if this is a good idea or a bad idea. All I see is DC fans wanting Batman and Superwoman, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. James Gunn said, y'all can go to hell. James Gunn said he going to create the universe how he want to create it, and you either watch it or you don't. God damn it, Bane coming up next. That's how James Gunn be talking to his fans. James Gunn be like, y'all gonna get this Jimmy Olsen show. Oh man, James in there doing what he want to do. All right, next up, Blue Beetle. So according to a new report from Nexus Point News, Blue Beetle is set to return in the DC Studios Man of Tomorrow movie. Now, DC hasn't officially confirmed this, but multiple outlets are reporting the same thing. And look, I'm not mad at all, kind of, sort of. I actually think old boy did a good job as Blue Beetle. You know, the movie came out during a rough time frame. Okay. And James Gunn has been saying for a while that Blue Beetle was someone he wanted to keep around. So seeing him pop up in Man of Tomorrow, it's James Gunn. It makes sense. Now, the real question is, how big is his role going to be? Is this just a quick cameo to remind us that Blue Beetle exists? Or is James Gunn listening to everybody, and is he trying to set up the next generation of the Justice League? Because if Superman, Supergirl, Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, Guy Gardner, and now Blue Beetle all are sharing the screen, starting to feel like, you know, a major DC event. Now, if this rumor ends up being true, you know, the Blue Beetle fans might be getting a win. You know, they was let down that their movie didn't make that much money. So, you know, they deserve to have representation, our Latino brothers and sisters. So Blue Beetle is coming back. They not putting them to the dust. Come on back, Blue Beetle. Get the job done. Now, I must admit, this movie is starting to sound stuffed. You know, it's a lot of people in this movie. I don't know how they're going to balance it all out, but I guess we will see. I'm not going to judge, but it's a lot of characters in this movie. They got a lot going on. They got a lot going on. Nathan said, it's true. I like that they're bringing him back. Yeah, come on back, Blue Beetle. Nisha says, I was wondering if we're going to see Blue Beetle again. Good for him. Welcome back, Blue Beetle. The people want you here. Torian says, James Gunn is your BFF. Hate him. Let me stop that. I don't hate James Gunn. I don't hate James Gunn. I just want James Gunn to be better. Just be better, James. All right. Let's talk about a little Batman news. So John Campea is reporting. We're going to keep this in a rumor category as well. The rumors are true, yeah. What you heard, that's true. Yeah. Just a rumor. John Campea is saying that he heard that Mitchell Slaggart is being eyed for James Gunn's The Brave and the Bold movie as Batman. Now listen, I don't know much about this guy, but he does look the part, okay? He looks handsome. Nice looking guy. Looks like an Aeropostale model, okay? Looks great. He's not an A-list actor. I don't know a lot of things that he played in. So, I mean, if he's going to be the DCU's Batman, I say get him. He looks great. Lock him in for 2 or 3 movies. I say go for it. Now, he does look fairly young. I think he's like 30 years old. This Batman that James Gunn is trying to do is supposed to be a little older, a little grizzled, with a young son playing Robin. Of course, this guy here looks very young. He's a young actor, but you know, with makeup and hair, they can enhance his appearance to look a little older, make him grow some facial hair out. You know what I'm saying? It could work. But yeah, this is the guy that John Campea said he's hearing may be the new Batman for The Brave and the Bold. Yeah, looks like he's straight out of an American Eagle advertisement. Yes. Collector's Reign said Twink Batman. No. I'm not going to do this to that man. I don't know. We done already had our LGBT conversation for the night. We done talked about the lesbians. I'm not going to call this man no twink or no twonk. I'm not going to do that to him. But yeah, man, this is supposed to be y'all's Batman, Brave and the Bold. We'll see if it comes through. Next up. Now let's talk about the Batman. They said James Gunn Batman is not the Batman. Let's talk about the Batman. So in other Batman news, Matt Reeves' Batman movie has been delayed again. Now it's being moved to February of 2028. And you know what? It's only being moved a couple months, so I'm not overly concerned. You know, I understand it's been like 6 years, or it's going to be 6 years until, you know, you get a sequel of the Batman movie. But let's not forget, like, whatever Matt Reeves was going through to cause this movie to be like postponed in the past, Robert Pattinson, the vampire Batman, he still did all right for himself. He went out, he made Dune, he made the Odyssey, so he didn't miss out on any goddamn money. Okay, the vampire Batman still got paid, but it looks like whatever is happening, cameras are rolling, they're filming. This movie is going to eventually come out. I saw some people freaking out like it's been delayed again. It's only been delayed like 4-5 months. It was supposed to come out, October 2027? And now it's coming out February 2028. So it's not like a big move off. I think the only thing is if this movie is coming out 2028, that lets you know that the DCU Batman is not probably coming until 2029, 2030, because James Gunn has said he doesn't want his Batman or any information about his Batman to come out, so it'll step on Matt Reeves' Batman. He don't want Batmans on top of each other, so I don't know. I don't know when the DCU is getting a Batman, but I think they should just go ahead and get a Batman and stop worrying about what Matt Reeves got going on. Matt Reeves is a completely different universe. He ain't got nothing to do with the DCU. Bring your Batman on and stop working. And James Gunn act like he not the boss. You are the boss of DC Studios. Bring your Batman out. Like, how are you? This is why he frustrate me, because he be doing crazy stuff that don't make sense. Nathan says, I think people are going to riot when they see James Gunn Batman. It's going to be goofy and cartoonish, not my Batman. I mean, James Gunn just need to go ahead and get the ball rolling. And he does not need to make his Batman to be goofy. But he did say, and he said this last year, oh, my Batman is not going to be like other Batmans. So when he say stuff like that, I'd be like, oh, boy. When James Gunn get to saying stuff like that, I can understand why people are scared. Might be like, oh, Lord, this Batman might be cartoonish. James, get it together, James. If your Batman is supposed to be an older Batman with a son, ain't nothing funny about that. Ain't nothing funny about having no little badass kids running around wanting to be a superhero. That's stressful. That is very stressful. Y'all watch The Incredibles? Them kids be stressing their parents out being superheroes. James Gunn Batman has no business being funny. Ain't nothing funny about having a kid who wants to be a superhero. It's dangerous. Should be a very serious movie. Shouldn't be no jokes flying at all. Batman come home, he just got through fighting crime. He thinking he finna check his son report card, the damn kid hanging out the window fighting crime. No, this should be a very serious topic. You don't need to be making no jokey Batman. Get it done, James. Stop being overly complicated. All right, sticking in the Matt Reeves verse. So up until now, a lot of us believed that Scarlett Johansson was going to be playing Gilda Dent. But according to a new set leak posted over at DCU Leaks, that may not be the case. The rumor says that Scarlett Johansson may be playing the main villain. A serial killer who's obsessed with plants and uses toxins. Basically a grounded, realistic version of Poison Ivy. Y'all, we need to go back to the first video that I made, because the first video that I made, I'm like, I mean, she should be Poison Ivy. So the DCU Leaks is saying that Scarlett Johansson may be playing Poison Ivy, and they said apparently Batman spends a lot of the movie chasing the wrong suspect, which is going to be Victor Zsasz, played by Sebastian Stan, before realizing that Scarlett Johansson has been the one behind the murders. Now, this sounds... I'm not saying this is legit. We're going to keep this in rumor category, because if Victor Zsasz is killing people, he going to own up to killing people. So I don't see how you chasing Victor Zsasz and come to find out, no, he wasn't killing. It was really Scarjo. Nope. You just have them both killing goddamn people. That's what it sounds like to me. Just let them both kill people. The leak says that she's targeting Gotham's elite, including a powerful figure played by Charles Dance, who's connected to the secret organization running the city. So, I mean, I could get jiggy with that. Now, what's interesting is, before this particular scoop came out last week, Jeff Snyder said he heard that there's a Poison Ivy TV show in development that's going to be in the Matt Reeves universe. Now, do these rumors connect? I don't know. Could Scarlett Johansson's Poison Ivy debut in the Batman Part 2 and then get her own spinoff series on HBO? It's possible. Doesn't seem likely, but it's possible. This could all just be one big coincidence, but we'll see. Either way it goes, if Reeves is giving us a grounded psychological take on Poison Ivy instead of making her like a woman controlling giant killer ants, I ain't gonna lie, I'm with it. I'm interested. But until Warner Brothers confirms any of this, we just got to put this in the rumor territory, because right now, everybody's just trying to put the puzzle pieces together. We don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see. Now, and I do remember when the rumor first broke that Scarlett Johansson was going to be coming to the DCU, the rumor was she really wanted to work with Matt Reeves, and she had in her contract that if this movie is a success, she wants to be involved with a multi-project deal. So the multi-project deal could be multiple Batman movies, or it could be a movie, then a TV show. So same thing happened with Penguin. He was in a movie, he was in a TV show. So I guess only time will tell. We'll just have to see where this goes. I'm always happy to see Scarjo on the screen. Cal Royal Highness says James Gunn is a mediocre director that has a bit of controversy. His projects in the DCU has been made so far, and the Peacemaker show that I hated. Yes. S. Jaddick said, man, I don't want no grounded Poison Ivy. I think a grounded Poison Ivy could be interesting. Cal Royal Highness says, plus the new Clayface movie is set, and the Batman universe and the Penguin show was phenomenal. Yes. Reeves' Batman is not a good detective. Victor doesn't use poison. Yeah. Now, these just rumors now. I'm just reporting the rumor mill. Nathan says, I see Uma Thurman in that image of Scarjo. Okay. S. Jaddick says, Reeves didn't want the job, and you cannot build a whole DCU with everyone grounded. I guess. Collector's Reign says Scarjo is Poison Ivy with under the skin type scene sells tickets. I mean, I think it would be interesting. A grounded Poison Ivy. It could be done. I mean, I give Matt Reeves a chance. I think he can get it done. Oh, James Gunn. Can we talk about James Gunn skipping Comic-Con again? This isn't the first time he's skipping since he's became the boss of the DCU. He's skipping again. And his explanation is basically, why spend all that money going to Comic-Con when I can send out one tweet and get the same amount of attention? He's trying to blame it on money. He said he ain't going because he don't want to waste all that money going to Comic-Con. And look. From a business point of view, I get what he's saying. But as a fan of comic book movies, I think it's weak. I just think it's weak. Like, why are you not going to why are you not going to Comic-Con? When James Gunn was over at Marvel, he loved to go to Comic-Con and get on the stage and talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy. Hype the crowd up. He used to be out there like a wrestler. Woo, yeah, let's go. Now that he's running the DC universe and he's getting some criticism, all of a sudden, Comic-Con ain't worth the money. I don't see the importance of going to Comic-Con. Now he feels like I'm a strong enough executive. I could send a tweet out and get publicity. What I need to go to Comic-Con for? You need to go to Comic-Con to talk to your fans. Yeah, you can do that via tweet, but you need to be there in person and say, listen. we coming. We got a plan. The timing just feels a little funny to me. Part of me wonders does he not want to go to Comic-Con because he feels like Marvel might overshadow him? Like, is he scared? Because whether you like it or not, Hall H is still the biggest stage in the comic book entertainment industry when it comes to Comic-Con. Even if you didn't have a huge announcement, you could have still showed up. You could have still went there. Give us a new look at Clayface. Talk more about the Lanterns. Give us a sneak peek of Superman. Something. Just go do something. Fans show up to Comic-Con because they want like these moments. They want to be there with you. They want you talking to them. This is comic book history. Why you not going? Why you not going? Sound like he don't want to face the music to me. You know what I'm saying? But I think if he would have went out, got on that stage, brought his people with him, and stood confidently with them and say, listen, this is what we doing. This my team. This our plan. We riding it out. Supergirl did not do well at the box office. We're going to take that one on the chin. Wow. We'll take that. We'll take that lick. But guess what? Millie Alcock is our Supergirl. I'm standing beside her. She gonna rock out. We got a Superman movie that's coming. Come on out, James. Let's show everybody what we've been working on. Clayface is coming in the fall. Y'all not ready for Clayface. Clayface is gonna knock your socks off. This is gonna be a horror movie like you've never seen before. This is gonna be Clayface like you've never seen before. John Stewart, Aaron Pierre, bring your green-eyed ass out here. Come on, Aaron Pierre. Come on with your light-skinned, green-eyed self. Show them your pretty, nice teeth. You know what I'm saying? Let them know that you are the new John. You are the new John Stewart. Yes. Get up there and hype them up. Hype your people up. Then let your people go out, sign autographs, get people excited. And end the show and say, listen, y'all, we building this thing up. And my homies over at Marvel, they finna come and bring something big too. But yeah, they got something big coming, but we coming right behind them, all right? We still in this fight. Come out there and hype your people up. But guess what? He's scared. He's scared. He don't want to face the music. He don't want to face the music because he talked a lot of trash. He talked a lot of trash about Kevin Feige. He did. And now he's stumbling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? People ain't really rock with Peacemaker like that. Peacemaker did okay. But for the most part, people was let down. Supergirl did not do well at all. And feels like he has a lack of confidence. And you can't have that. You can't be a leader with a lack of confidence. You got to be the king of spin. You got to be the king of, hey, we fell, but this is the team. Get all these superheroes together on the stage and say, this is my squad. This is my team, and we rocking with them. He don't want to do that, child. He don't want to do it. Nathan says he know how the game is played. He's embarrassed. Eric Patterson said James is full of it. He's scared. Nathan says Lanterns is the only thing I want to see from James Gunn DCU. I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed that James is not getting on that stage next week and putting his slate out. And his excuse is it costs too much money. We just got through talking about the Vampire Lestat. The show never charts, okay? A lot of people are not watching it. They don't have a lot of money, but guess what? They go into Hall H. They go into Hall H to say, listen, I know we ain't got but a handful of fans, but those fans are very passionate about this universe, and we finna come talk to them. James Gunn, you can't say we not coming because we ain't got no money, or because you feel like your tweet is more valuable than being there in person with your fans or being there in person with your colleagues. Get up there and stand with your folks and say, this is the DCU. Only thing we missing right now is Batman. Come on out, Batman. This is our actor for Batman. DC would run it. DC would have some shit to kind of combat Doomsday, because then you would be like, we got a new Batman, but Doomsday is coming out. Come on, man. Don't be scared, Gunn. But yeah, man, DC is not going to be at Comic-Con. Next up, what we got? Let's talk about Lanterns. Oh, okay. We may be getting into a little bit of spoiler territory.
Spoiler alert. You don't want spoilers. Better leave. Spoiler alert.
All right, so I'm going to put a little banner up. So you don't have to leave, but you can go ahead and mute your audio if you don't want no spoilers. We're going to talk a little bit about Lanterns. All right. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rumors. Let's get into the rumors. All right. So one rumor that's been making the rounds is that Hal Jordan may actually die in the first episode of Lanterns. Now, if you've been paying attention to the teaser footage, it kind of already feels like that's what they're setting up. Hal looks older. He's mentoring John Stewart, and the whole story had this feeling like something tragic was going to happen or is about to happen. Personally, I do think Hal is going to die, but I don't think that means like we done with Hal Jordan. I could easily see the show using like flashbacks throughout the season to fill in Hal's story and his partnership with John Stewart and why he became such a legendary Green Lantern. And honestly, I think that approach could make his death hit even a little bit harder once we reverse engineer everything. Now, the good news is, let me take the spoiler banner off. The good news is we're finally about to learn a little bit more about the series because Lanterns is headed to Comic-Con. James Gunn ain't bringing them. You know who's bringing the Lantern show to Comic-Con? HBO. HBO is bringing the Lanterns to Comic-Con. So it's going to be on HBO's panel of Hall H. Cal Jordan, Aaron Pierre, and the co-creators will be there presenting some information about Lanterns. The article that I'm reading says it's promising exclusive first look with never-before-seen footage and behind-the-scene details. So they're going to be there representing for DCU. And if this rumor is true, I mean, it is what it is. Listen, I'm only watching Lanterns for John Stewart anyway. Okay, I just want to see Aaron Pierre in the role, so hey, whatever. The Lawrence report says screeners should be released soon. I think, what are we in, July? I feel like I thought I heard that screeners were already sent out. Maybe that's how that thing kind of leaked, but maybe not. I don't know. Lawrence, if you get some screeners, let us, DM me, tell me what happened. I don't care about spoilers. Let me know. Torrance said, speaking of a show that has no marketing, Lanterns, the show comes out in a month. Let's see, when does Lanterns come out? House of the Dragon done took all the marketing budget. When does Lanterns come out? August 16th? Yeah, less than a month. Ugh. Cal Royal Highness says, if Lanterns is as good as Penguin, I'm sold on the DC. If Lanterns is like Peacemakers, fire James Gunn. I think Lanterns is going to be good, man. They got a good team behind them. They got 2 great actors. As long as the story is good, I think Lanterns is going to be fine. You know, I'm going in with high hopes. And if Lanterns come out and it's good, I'm going to say, that's right, James Gunn. You did a good job. And you know why Lanterns might be good is because James Gunn is in there to mess with it. When you keep James Gunn off of the projects, they can do good, okay? Oh, man. Hopefully Lanterns is good. All right. Moving on, let's talk about some Marvel news. Y'all think I hate James Gunn. I hate Michael Waldron. I don't like him. So Deadline is reporting that Michael Waldron is officially developing Marvel's Nova movie. And not only is he writing the script, he's also got his eye on directing it if the project is greenlit. This movie is still in the early stage of development. Now, I already know some of y'all are excited. Me, I don't give a damn. I don't care. I've never been a big fan of Michael Waldron. I wasn't a fan of what he did with the writing of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And honestly, I didn't even really like Loki until Kang showed up. Okay, Kang saved that whole season for me. That's when the show grabbed my attention. When Jonathan Majors walked out as Kang, I said, yes, now I'm into Loki. That got me into Loki. Now, as far as Nova goes, I'm going to be honest. I don't care about Nova. I don't care. I've never sat around and said, hey, man, we need a Nova movie. I don't care. So if Marvel is going to keep Michael Waldron around, at least they got him working on a character that I don't give a damn about. I don't care. Maybe it'll surprise me. Maybe this ends up being the movie that changes my opinion on both Waldron and Nova. Because right now, I mean, I don't care. If you're a Nova fan, hey, I'm happy for you. Hopefully it comes alive. I could care less about Nova. Are y'all excited that Michael Waldron is taking over Nova, or do you want somebody else to do it? Do y'all even care about Nova? Is there a fandom for Nova? Is there a Nova fandom that I haven't heard about? I don't care about Nova. I don't care. Torian said Tina complimented and shaded James Gunn at the same time. I'm sorry, James. I'm going to get better. Free Spirit said, "You right, Tina. I don't care about Nova either." And Loki wasn't. No, look, bro. We be having a lot of revisionist history when it comes to history, but I feel like Loki started off strong. Like that first episode was good. I'm like, oh, this is great. What are we doing? Loki is going to be going back in the past. And then as the show kept going on, and then you got Sylvie, and then Sylvie started getting aggravating. Then Sylvie and Loki started kissing. And I'm like, what type of freaky shit going on? But when Jonathan Majors showed up, I'm like, oh, okay, whoever wrote this monologue, whoever wrote this speech is great. Did Michael Waldron write that? I like that, Michael. You should do more of that. When Jonathan Majors showed up, I was in. And then Michael Waldron then worked on the second season, and I thought season 2 of Loki was so much better than season 1. Oh, it was so much better. But even Elizabeth Olsen came out and said, listen, them people working on the script for Multiverse of Madness was so frustrating. It was so unorganized. They was giving me new scripts every day. And I'm like, it sounds like Michael Waldron. Yeah. I put him in the same boat as James Gunn. People who got jobs, they're mediocre, and when the pressure is on and you really got to perform, they start messing up and getting unorganized. And guess what? We keep giving them jobs. Nobody else could do what they do. Why is Michael Waldron being in the process of developing a movie? You fired him after the Ant-Man debacle and the Jonathan Majors debacle because you didn't want him to write Doomsday. You fired him, and now you bringing him back? Are y'all bringing Nia DaCosta back? Is Bo coming back? Does anybody black in the MCU who gets fired has the ability to come back and get another try? No. What does Michael Waldron and James Gunn have in common? Mediocre people who were fired and got a second chance to come back. Has any other black people in Marvel got that chance? That's all I'm saying. Good luck. Hey, if you're a Nova fan and if you like Michael Waldron, congratulations. You got a project coming. Me, I won't be watching it. Now, won't be watching it. Next up. All right. So one of the newest Avengers Doomsday rumor says that Alfred Molina is reportedly returning as Dr. Octopus, and he may be fighting Magneto. Now, hold on. That's a matchup I never thought I'd see on the big screen. Doc Ock versus Magneto. Do Doc Ock still got mechanical arms? Is his arm still mechanical? Because if that is the case, Magneto gonna wrap him the hell up. This ain't finna be no fight. He got mechanical arms. Man. If this rumor is true, Doomsday is really starting to feel like the ultimate Marvel crossover. But Magneto is about to have a field day with Doc Ock. He's going to put him in a blender. If this man still has mechanical arms. But on the flip side, this Magneto is older. And Doc Ock is old too, but he not as old. He not like 80, 90 like Ian McKellen. So if Doc Ock is quicker than Magneto, he can kind of wrap him up a little bit. But yeah, if he don't grab Magneto gonna have them damn arms ripped and wrapped all around Doc Ock. It's not a fair fight. It's never a fair fight when the mutants are involved. This is not fair at all. Why is Doc Ock and Magneto fighting? This is not a fight. Collector's Reign said, rip them arms right out of his spine completely. Free Spirit said, pack him up. Doc Ock is done. Hey, Magneto gonna have them arms all wrapped around that boy. What? Oh. Nisha says, I'm curious to hear what everyone is saying about Adam Driver. He is the last topic. I have things to say. All right. Well, yeah, that's a rumor. Doc Ock and Magneto are supposed to be fighting each other in Doomsday. That's a rumor. All right. Next up. So apparently, Benedict Cumberbatch isn't just coming back to the MCU. He's reportedly going to be playing Doctor Doom's sidekick Boris in Avengers Doomsday. And this is coming from My Time to Shine. Hello. Now, if that's true, Marvel is making, some changes, bringing Doctor Strange back. Because the last time we saw him, he was a good guy. Now it seems like he's going to be possibly siding with Doctor Doom. They said he's going to be playing a character called Boris. So we'll see how that goes. Hey, man, if you have read the comics or if you've seen this fan art, I mean, we kind of already knew that this is a possibility that Doctor Strange may be on Doom's side. We don't know if he's going to be on Doom's side willingly. Is Doctor Doom going to have some type of magic or mind control? Or does Doctor Strange just feel like what Doctor Doom is right? We'll see. But My Time to Shine Hello is saying that Strange may be playing a character called Boris. And in Secret Wars, or in the comics, Doctor Strange he definitely was on Doom's side. I think it was like Sheriff Strange or something like that. So it's kind of lining up a little bit. Aesthetics talking about Nova sounds like a terrible idea. Hey, like, why are we doing Nova? Don't get me back on that. Let's move on. All right. Another rumor from My Time to Shine Hello stated that Doctor Doom in this movie is completely obsessed with Steve Rogers and he really doesn't give a damn about Reed Richards. Now that kind of conflicts with rumors we've heard in the past, because previously we was hearing that yes, Doom does have beef with Steve, but there's also problems with Reed Richards as well, because in the past they said Doom wants to kidnap Sue Storm and Franklin from Reed Richards and make Reed's family be his family. And we've also seen that in concept art as well. Scoopers are also reporting that, Doom just gonna be mad at Steve. Listen, y'all. I have faith in the Russos. I think they're gonna pull this off. But I really don't want to see Civil War Part 2, meaning I don't want to see RDJ and Chris Evans like being the main center of conflict. I don't want to see it. It sounds like that's what we're getting, but I don't want to see it. Because if we going in this direction, like, what we doing with Reed? Reed and Doom have like one of the greatest rivalries. Why are we like... If you take away Doom and Reed's beef, it feels like you leaving a huge piece of Doom's character on the table, because he really be having smoke for Reed. Now, maybe Marvel is just saving the Doom-Reed rivalry for Secret Wars. That could be happening. Maybe Doomsday is about his beef with Steve. Or maybe these scoopers only have part of the story. And Doom is going to have problems with everybody by the time the movie is over. We don't know. Either way, I'm hoping Reed isn't pushed into the background just so we can recreate Iron Man versus Captain America again. I don't want to see that. Because I'm already pissed off that RDJ is playing Doom and we are not. It looks like we're not going to be able to tell a really full, fleshed out Doom story that should take 10 years. I'm already upset about that. But now that RDJ has the role, I don't want to see RDJ and Chris Evans like the head of the beef anymore. I don't want to see it. I'm over it. I'm just over it. I'm over it. Over it. Next up. All right, y'all. So we got a brand new Secret Wars scoop from Main Middleman. So let me put my little spoiler alert up for people who may not want spoilers, because we could be heading into some spoiler territory.
Spoiler alert. You don't want spoilers. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You don't want spoilers. You better leave. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You don't want spoilers. You better
why we need black people in the comic book space, because only us would make a dance dressed up as Dr. Doom. Only we'll do it. This is why we need it. All right. So this scoop, once again, is coming from Main Middleman, and this is what he said. He's saying that he hears that Secret Wars is actually going to be split into 2 parts, and that the first part is supposedly going to focus on introducing a bunch of the younger, lesser-known heroes to the general audience, while showing us why they're so important for the future of the MCU. He says some of the older Avengers will be around as mentors, but here's the twist. Most of these heroes, they don't remember nothing because they're going to be under Dr. Doom's mind control. That sounds a little crazy, but that's kind of like following everything else that we're hearing. The rumor is that they're going to be adapting the Children's Crusade, but instead of it taking place like it did in the comics, it's going to happen on Battle World. That Dr. Doom creates Battle World in the void. So we've heard that. I don't really like that idea. Just create Battle World over in Latveria. That, you know, figure it out with a major confrontation before Battle World gets created, because Battle World is actually just like a bunch of universes and parts put together. But yeah, they said Secret Wars is going to be about the young kids leading the charge, young Avengers. He's not the first person to report that. We've had that before. So Secret Wars is reportedly maybe split into 2 parts. I don't know. It is what it is if that happens. Collector's Reign said, boo. All right, next up. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Marvel is reportedly planning to put the tickets on sale 5 months before the Avengers Doomsday movie comes out. And they said the tickets are supposed to go on sale the 20th. When is the 20th? What day is that, y'all? Monday. Tickets are going on sale Monday. 11 o'clock in the morning. Now, is this a good idea? Is Marvel trying to jump the gun? Because normally studios drop a trailer, then they do the tickets. Marvel is basically doing the opposite. So does this mean that Marvel is just that confident that people are going to show up and buy these tickets without even seeing Dr. Doom? Because we haven't seen Doom yet. We did kind of get those little teaser trailers back in December, but don't nobody remember that shit. That done happened a long time ago. Are people going to buy Doomsday tickets without seeing Dr. Doom? I think it's going to work. I think there is a lot of interest in this movie. You know, some of my counterparts, some of my peers in the YouTube world don't feel like this movie is going to make money. This movie is going to make a lot of goddamn money. This movie is going to make some money. It's going to make some money. I think these tickets are going to sell out fast, okay? I will be getting my tickets Monday because I missed the Spider-Man drop. And I'm pissed off because when the Spider-Man tickets came out, I don't know what I was thinking about. It was like I seen it and I was like, oh, I'll get my tickets later. I went back a couple hours later. The showing I wanted to go to was sold out. So when it comes to Doomsday, I'm getting my tickets Monday. I'm going to be there Thursday in Dolby, 7 p.m. opening night. I don't want to be at the 10 o'clock showing. I don't want to be at the 3 p.m. showing. I want to be prime time, 7 p.m. But I just think this is interesting that they feel confident enough to release tickets without a trailer even coming out. We're hoping we get a trailer next Sunday for Comic-Con. But yeah, man, are y'all getting y'all tickets? Nathan says they are nervous. It won't do what they hope. Doing this makes people excited, so they will buy tickets early. It will be huge. I don't think it's kind of sticky when you get to talking about Doomsday because I don't know. I don't know what the budget is on this movie. That's what makes this so sticky. I know this budget has to be $300 to $400 million. So if you got a budget that big, 4, 8, 12, I mean, 1.2 billion is just your break-even mark. So they're wanting to make at least $2 billion on this film. I think making $1 billion is we just getting to breakfast. We ain't even made it to lunch yet. Lunch is 1.2. So I think they're confident in this movie. You have to be confident when you see what Spider-Man is doing. Spider-Man is about to make $300 million opening weekend. Doomsday is going to make 400 to 450. They going to make a lot of money opening weekend because people want to see it. But it's going to be heavy front loaded. And if they're smart, which I know they are, they're going to put enough Easter eggs in this movie to make people want to go back and watch it again, to kind of put things together so they can come back home, make videos, theorize. So they know people are going to go and watch this multiple times. So I think they feel a little confident in this movie. Okay, now we're finna talk about X-Men. We got some X-Men news, and then this stream will be over. So hopefully we'll be out of here by midnight. Got about 20 minutes. All right, let's talk about some X-Men news. All right, so I'm going to touch base on a lot of these X-Men news and rumors, but then I'm going to work on another video to kind of put all this stuff together to make it make a lot more sense. But let's get into it. So recently, Hugh Jackman was asked if he's going to keep playing Wolverine after Secret Wars. And his response is, I'm 57. I'm going to do this until I'm 90. Now, before anybody gets mad at my opinions on Hugh Jackman, I want to say Hugh Jackman is one of the greatest superhero castings ever. Hugh Jackman is one of the most talented men in Hollywood. He gave us an iconic Wolverine, and his legacy will be cemented forever in Marvel Cinematic history. But me personally, I think it's time to lay the claws down. Put the claws down, Hugh. I don't even want to see him popping back up through the multiverse. I don't want no cameos. I don't want another surprise return. His story is over. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. The X-Men are finally coming to the MCU, and this is the perfect opportunity for Marvel to introduce a brand new Wolverine that can grow with the new universe for 10 years or so. Hugh, put the claws down, bro. Put them down. Put them down. I don't want you playing Wolverine till you're 90. And another thing, if Marvel keeps bringing Hugh Jackman back, they either don't plan to recast Wolverine, or you're putting your new actor that's playing Wolverine in a very uncomfortable situation to constantly be compared. You're putting a new actor in a compromising situation where they don't have the ability to make this character their own. Hugh, go. Okay? Marvel, let him go. Let him go. I'm done. I'm done. And Jeff Snyder even said that he heard that they not even looking to cast a new Wolverine right now because of Hugh Jackman. Y'all can't never say that Marvel don't want to recast T'Challa, because it sounds like they don't want to recast nobody. They don't want to recast T'Challa, don't want to recast Iron Man, don't want to recast Thor, don't want to recast Steve Rogers. It seems like these characters who is near and dear to their heart, they don't want to touch. Hugh, let it go. Just let it go. Jesus Christ. Golly. Free Spirit said, hang it up, Hugh. Cal Royal Highness said, X-Men, let's go. A few X-Men movies without Wolverine. Sanju says, Jackman can do his Old Man Logan movie and a Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't even want to see him and Deadpool together no more. That was cool. The movie made over $1 billion. It was great. I don't want to see them together no more. I'm over that. All right, next up, let's talk about The Rock. S. Jaddick said, how did you find that spoiler clip? With the Dr. Doom dancing? I made it. I saw this kid dancing on TikTok, and I just put the music behind it. I need to tag that man. But yeah, it was a kid at a con last year dressed up as Dr. Doom. Well, not a kid. He like 20. He a kid to me. Dressed up as Doom, and I just put the music behind it. That's where I got it from. All right, let's talk about The Rock. So we're going to put this in rumor territory. So The Rock is reportedly one of the actors Disney is eyeing to play Apocalypse in the upcoming X-Men movie. And I gotta be honest, I'm not sold on this casting either. He bought like you. Hang it up. Hang it up. Don't get me wrong. The Rock is one of the biggest movie stars in the past, like, 2 decades, 20 years. The Rock is a mega star. But it seems like his star power's cooling off a little bit. You know, Moana isn't doing so well. The movie he did with A24 didn't do well. Jeff Snyder said he's hearing bad things about Jurassic Park. He don't need to be Apocalypse. And no shade, The Rock, I like you. I don't think he has the necessary range to bring Apocalypse alive, because Apocalypse isn't just like a giant muscular villain who's like a heavy hitter who fight. Apocalypse is supposed to be an ancient, philosophical, intimidating, almost godlike being. And they need to go find somebody who can pull that off. And it's not The Rock. He should command the screen, like, with his presence, not just because he's physically imposing, but because of, like, his words, his body language, what he stands for, where he's from. He has thousands of years of wisdom and he feels superior. You know what I'm saying? I worry that if The Rock plays this role, we're not going to see Apocalypse. We just going to see The Rock. Go find somebody we don't know to play Apocalypse. Go find somebody else. I love you, The Rock, but no, you don't need to do that. You don't need, no. Sanju said Rock Apocalypse. Eshjatic says, I don't see how splitting Secret Wars works contract-wise. Beyond that, no one really cares about the kids that much. It would flop. Yep. Collector's Reign said Samoan Apocalypse. Collector's Reign said, I guess this casting will activate his black genes, child. I don't know. Oh. Collector's Reign said DJ can deliver a monologue, though. When has The Rock delivered a great monologue outside of wrestling? Like, he's good as The Rock. Like, he's great on the wrestling stage. Cal Royal Highness said they would prefer somebody like Winston Duke as Apocalypse. Yeah. Honestly, my thing with these X-Men is just go find people we don't know. Like, some of these characters don't need to be celebrities. Like, go find somebody we don't know. That way we can really get into the character. I don't want to see The Rock when I see Apocalypse. I don't want to see it. Next up, let's talk about Beast. All right, so according to the Scooper, James Mack, Logan Lerman, Jesse Plemons, and Charles Melton are all reportedly being considered to play Beast in the X-Men reboot. Y'all know we've talked about Charles Melton about a month or so ago. Now, 2 other Scoopers are saying that they heard that Charles Melton is the front runner for this casting. Charles Melton is the Asian guy, bottom right-hand corner. I like Charles Melton. I like him a lot. I just don't know if Beast is the role I want to see him in. I could see Charles Melton being Cyclops, like Iceman. Like, I know they're not going to make him Cyclops, but he gives off Cyclops or Iceman. Just, you know, a pretty little boy, awesome bone structure. You know, I wouldn't want to see him as Beast. Now, could he be Beast? Yes. Could he do it? Yes. But it would just be so much wasted potential to make him Beast. And before I got on the stream, he did an interview and it was like, hey, we hearing rumors that Marvel is looking at you for Beast. And this is how you know when people be done met with Marvel, because they get to acting stupid. They was like, yeah, we saw your name being thrown around for Beast. He was like, wow, really? Who's directing X-Men? Sir, don't play with me. The director who's directing X-Men and the writing team that's writing X-Men, just worked on the TV show that Charles Melton was in. So he's sitting there acting obtuse. He's playing coy. He's like, oh, really? They're looking at me? Who's working on that project? Your friends. Your friends. But yo, man, Charles Melton, I'd rather just see him as somebody else. Make him someone else. Now, out of everybody, I actually could see Jesse Plemons being Beast. He's the guy bottom left-hand corner. Jesse is one of those actors who can just disappear into the role. I've seen him in a couple projects. Beast is a character that requires more than CGI, muscles and fur, things like that. I like Jesse. You need somebody who can convince you that he's smart and that he struggles with, becoming Beast, because Beast always is dealing with this internal struggle. Am I human? Am I Beast? Am I gonna show up as Beast? Dang, I miss being a human. Beast is compassionate. Beast can be funny at times. Beast is like a big little teddy bear, and I think Jesse could do that. Jesse Plemons could do that. I think he would be a good choice. That said, if Charles Melton ends up getting the role, I mean, ain't nothing we could do but accept it. But I think it would just be a waste. It would be a waste to make Charles Melton Beast. He could be great being someone else. But whoever it goes to, I mean, I'll be there supporting them. Doesn't matter to me. I think Beast is, Beast is one of those characters where I even like when the guy, I'm going blank on the actor's name. Nicholas Hoult. I even like Nicholas Hoult playing Beast. When they announced that Nicholas Hoult was being Beast, I was like, Kelsey Grammer, Nicholas Hoult. I didn't see it at first, but when Nicholas Hoult played Beast in First Class, he was cool. I liked it. So, Cal Royness said, bottom left-hand corner. I don't know his name, but he's a good actor. Jesse Plemons, that's his name. S. Jaddick said, honestly, I'm shocked. These Beast actors are so close in age. They don't feel like it, but only 4 years apart. Yep. Sanju says, do you think Jesse Plemons is too old to play Beast? Let's see how old Jesse is. Jesse Plemons is 38. We don't know how old these characters are gonna be. We don't know if Beast is gonna be like 20 or is Beast 30. So I don't know. Collector's Reign said Aldous Hodge is Bishop. No, listen. I don't want to hate on Bishop. I think Bishop is cool. I would not like Aldous Hodge as Bishop. I feel like if you get Aldous Hodge in the MCU, give him something good. You know what I'm saying? I would like him as Blue Marvel. I like what's our boy name? Star Wars. John Boyega. I would like John Boyega as Bishop. He said he'd like to do it. I don't think they would hire him, but I think John Boyega would be a dope Bishop. Yep. All right, let's talk about the White Queen. The White Queen. All right, so according to the latest rumors, Margot Robbie, Sydney Sweeney, and Michelle Randolph have all been linked to the role of Emma Frost in the Marvel X-Men reboot. Now, scoopers have been all over the place with who Emma Frost is going to be. Some people are saying, nope, Sydney Sweeney is not in this running. It's Margot Robbie and Michelle Randolph. Other scoopers are like, no, we hearing Sydney Sweeney is in the mix. Jeff Snyder said tonight that he's 1,000% heard of Margot Robbie and Michelle Randolph being names that Marvel is looking at for Emma Frost or for actors in X-Men. Now, I got to be honest. I don't even know why Margot Robbie is in this conversation. Like, why is Marvel looking at Margot Robbie for Emma Frost? And don't get me wrong. I love Margot Robbie. I love her. But are y'all finna pay Margot Robbie $10 to $20 million to play Emma Frost? Emma Frost? Not Jean Grey. Not Wolverine. Not Cyclops. Emma Frost? And before the Emma Frost fans come at me, I love Emma. Emma is dope, but Emma is kind of like B side. She not an A star to me. Now Marvel might pick up. She on the B team. I'm not finna give Margot Robbie $10-20 million to play Emma Frost unless they finna really put Emma Frost in the front. Like she Emma Frost is not the face of the X-Men. So if you want Margot Robbie to be in your movie, Margot Robbie should have been Jean Grey. If you giving somebody $10-20 million, she should be Jean Grey, not Emma Frost. Okay? No. That $10-20 million, you better be putting it on Storm, Wolverine, Cyclops, whatever. But I don't like it. If I got to pick between these women, I don't even know Michelle Randolph. Go with Michelle Randolph. You know what I'm saying? She's obviously not an A-list celebrity. You can, Kevin Feige, don't spend all that money on Emma Frost. Don't do that. We say this every stream. Go find you a random blonde-haired white woman from the theaters who can play sassy, who can play real high-sedity stuck up, and let her be Emma Frost. Don't go spend all this money on Emma Frost. And I love Emma Frost. That is my girl. But you do not need a celebrity to play Emma Frost. Go find an unknown actor so we can break somebody new. That gives that person a chance to really make Emma Frost theirs. Not Margot Robbie. And I love Margot Robbie. She is dope. No. If you telling me Margot Robbie was Sue Storm, which they tried to get Margot Robbie to be Sue Storm. They didn't want to pay her $10-15 million. I can understand that because Sue Storm is a central character in the Fantastic Four. Emma Frost, child, if y'all don't go find somebody to be Emma Frost. S. Jaddock says the Emma Frost age range is all over the place. Yeah. Kevin Davis says, I don't see X-Men film making $800 to $1 billion at the box office, no matter how good the storytelling is. People will wait for it to come to Disney Plus. I can't begin to even speculate on an X-Men movie's box office until we see, one, who is the X-Men, and two, who's playing in this movie and what is the story. I can't speculate on box office at all. Collector's Reign said Emma Frost is just sex appeal of the X-Men. Don't do that. Ecstatic says I could see paying big money for Frost if the X-Men were more adult, but if the core are young, then yeah, you ain't pay. Yeah. Sabrina Carpenter as Emma Frost. I think we talked about that too. Don't even get her. Don't. Dan the Man said twins still alive. Let's go. Cyclops, Rockman doesn't. Yeah, man. Go down to Broadway and go find you somebody who's performing tonight on the stage and say, girl, do you want to be Emma Frost? That's all you got to do. We ain't got to be spending no money on Emma Frost like that. And I love Emma Frost. All right, what else we got? We got a couple more topics, and then we're going to get up out of here, y'all. I know we've been here for a while. A couple more topics. All right. So, one of the more interesting X-Men rumors that's making this round, once again, this is coming from Scooper Main Middleman. And if this ends up being true, I mean, I talked about this last year. According to him, Marvel has decided to use Disney Plus to set up some of the core X-Men stories before and around the release of X-Men. Now, the character he specifically heard about was Mystique. And I like Mystique. I'm a big Mystique fan. Mystique is one of those characters whose motivations are always changing. You just never know with Mystique. Sometimes she a straight up villain. Sometimes she an anti-hero. Sometimes she's fighting for mutant kind. Emma really be flip-flopping a lot. So if they give Emma Frost a special presentation, 30, 40 minutes explaining her backstory, I would be down. I would be down for that. I like Mystique. Apocalyptic Horseman, which is a scooper, says that the movie for X-Men should start filming around spring of 2027, which tells us Marvel is getting ready to buckle down on this. And all these casting rumors that we're hearing leads to the fact that, yeah, they finna get on this really quick. Kevin Feige also said that the X-Men is going to be the first movie coming out after Secret Wars. He kind of alluded to that, which means if Secret Wars is coming out December, I'm thinking X-Men is coming out that summer. So if X-Men is coming out either spring or summer, that's putting Black Panther as probably a November, December release, because those are the first two coming out. The scooper also says that he knows for sure that Cyclops, Jean Grey, Emma Frost, Rogue, Storm, Professor X, and Magneto are going to be in this movie. He said he also heard that Beast and Angel may be in the movie as well. So that looks like that's what the lineup is going to be so far. I like the idea of special presentations, though. I like that. That'll be dope. All right, let's talk about Professor X. Danny Man says Margot as Emma is peak, but they'll probably go for cheap. I don't like that for Margot Robbie. Like, Margot Robbie is already considered like this, like, sex kitten. I don't want that to be her tag. Let's give Margot Robbie something else. All right, what we got next? Professor X. All right, another interesting casting rumor from Jeff Snyder. He says that he's heard that Drew Starkey, Tom Pelfrey, and Bill Skarsgård are reportedly on the short list to play Professor X in the Marvel's X-Men reboot. And honestly, I mean, I really don't care. I don't care who plays Professor X. Just pick somebody. And let's keep it moving. Now, what I will say about Bill Skarsgård, he's the actor on the right-hand side. He's the star of the It franchise. He plays It. I think Bill Skarsgård, like, his face and his acting is so unique and so different. I don't think Professor X would bring out the best in him. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to get Bill Skarsgård in another role. I think putting him as Professor X actually dims his light. I don't think he should take this role. To me, Professor X has never been the character that, like, makes or breaks the X-Men movie. He's just a constant. He's there. You need him, but he really don't be having a lot going on as far as, like, you need an A-list actor or a superstar actor to play them. Now, what would get me excited is if we're going to start leaning into how Professor X is a little morally gray. Sometimes Professor X is a little shady. Sometimes Professor X is a little manipulative. Then I can see Bill Skarsgård stepping into that. But most of the time, they try to hype Professor X up as like, you know, he's a good guy. He be doing some shady stuff sometimes. Okay? He be a little shady. He be manipulating them students sometimes. He be keeping secrets. He be erasing people's memories. Professor X is a little shady boots, and I hope they lean into that a little bit more. I know in the past movies he's always been held up as like the good guy. He's the right guy. He a little shady. That's what I want to see from Professor X. I think out of like all three of these people, like any of them can do it. They can do it. But Bill Skarsgård, I wouldn't take Professor X. Don't do that. You got too much talent to be just sat in a wheelchair. Don't do that. And I hope this Professor X is flawed. Show us his flaws. And they kind of showed us a little bit of Professor X's flaws, like in the OG X-Men movie, where he was like, was he an alcoholic or something? I can't remember. I ain't watched it in so long, but child, go find somebody to be Emma Frost and Professor X. It ain't got to be that deep. Free Spirit said, any Storm rumors yet? Nothing new from what I've always reported on. Nothing new yet. Nothing new. Lawrence Report said Bill's eyes are too big for me. He looked like the Joker, don't he? Look like he could be a good Joker. Dan the Man said Homeboy on the bottom left would be better for an Iron Man recast. Yeah. S. Jaddock said Bill would be a good Sinister. He would. He'd be a great Mr. Sinister. For sure. All right, what we got next? Let's talk about old Sadie Sink. Look, we only got 2 more topics, y'all. Sadie Sink and then Adam Driver. And then we finna get up out of here. All right, so y'all, Sadie Sink just revealed to Deadline that Marvel kept her Spider-Man Brand New Day role under so much security that she didn't even have to audition for the part. They offered it to her, and she said she took it, and said she didn't even get to read the script until she got to London. That's some next level secrecy. So what I'll say is either she lying or she not telling us the full details, because what agent is going to advise their client to sign up for a role with no information? Like, how did they pitch this? Like, yo, we want you to be in a movie. We going to give you like $5 million. It's a 4-movie deal, but we can't tell you who you playing. You won't know. You either with us or you not with us. No, that's not how that works. Nope. Because her agents are going to want to know, like, what is this role about? We need more information, because you finna sign her to a 3, 4, 5, 6 movie deal, and you ain't telling us what it is. Maybe y'all signing her up to be a serial killer, and that may not be on brand for her. So I think this article from Deadline, I think Sadie Sink is being a tad bit misleading. She's not telling us all of the information, because nobody should be signing a contract and not have no information. Bitch, I need to know who I'm playing, and I need to know how long I'm playing, and I need to know what's going on. So I think she's misleading Deadline a little bit. All right, so here recently, Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of Spider-Man, he kind of hinted at that Sadie Sink may actually be the villain of Spider-Man. So is Sadie Sink the villain, or is Jackal involved? We got to figure out what's going on, because in this video that Destin Daniel Cretton did, he was like, Spider-Man is dealing with a villain who reads minds. And I'm like, so are you trying to say that Sadie Sink is the villain, or that somebody is kind of pulling her strings? Because I'm just dumbfounded on Jean Grey being a villain. I'm just dumbfounded on it. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at the clip. Let's see.
Because of the ending of the last movie, nobody remembers who Peter Parker is. But his life as Spider-Man is going quite well.
And he's been dedicating 100% of his life to cleaning up the streets of New York.
Everybody is very happy with Spider-Man on the outside. But the reality is, every day after work, he goes home to an empty apartment and looks at the things that remind him of his old life. He has always had a pretty wonderful community around him. This is the first time that he is operating alone. At the same time, Spider-Man comes in contact with a very mysterious villain that can jump into the mind of another person.
He doesn't know who he's fighting.
You sure you want to do this, Scorpion? You think I'm Scorpion?
And they're threatening his best friend, the love of his life, to get to him.
Think I might go see how MJ's doing.
And that is his biggest fear.
I'm sorry, but you're in danger. You just have to trust me.
Fine.
There's twists and turns and things that fans will love, and I'm really excited to see what they think.
Let's end this on a high note.
All right, so you heard from the director himself that Spider-Man is dealing with a villain that can jump into his mind. He can't really see who he's fighting. He don't know what's going on. And they're hinting at that, of course, Sadie Sink is this villain. So, and Dan the Man says, I don't believe that Jean is the villain. I'm sure the Jackal is manipulating her, or Jean is a punk kid messing with Pete. This is my theory. Because we see William Metzger talking to Spider-Man. Let's see. Let me pull up William Metzger for y'all. What's the actor playing William Metzger? William Metzger. Actor Spider-Man. What's his name? Tremel Tillman. Yes, let's pull up Tremel Tillman here. Tremel. All right, so this is my theory. I think we already know that Tremel Tillman is playing William Metzger, which is essentially like the leader or the manager of Department of Damage Control. So this is my theory. I think that William Metzger is trying to get Sadie Sink. She's a mutant. She's a powerful mutant. We need to capture her. I think he goes to Spider-Man and he says, listen, man, this crazy mutant has broke out. She's going to be terrorizing the city. Spider-Man, we need your help to get this girl back. And Spider-Man's like, yeah, I'll help. You're telling me it's some crazy girl going around who control people's minds? Yeah, I'll help you. So I think that Spider-Man tries to go and get Sadie Sink, and then Sadie Sink has no choice but to fight back. And she has to do what she has to do to protect herself. So I think that's where this whole villain thing is coming in at, when in all actuality, probably by the end of the movie, she gonna tell him like, listen, Spider-Man, I ain't no villain. I was just out here living my life, eating ice cream, and these mutant catchers, they done pick me up, they locked me up in jail, and yeah, I broke out to defend myself. And then I think that's kind of how we're gonna see this change of Jean Grey, that she's actually, you know, a nice little girl who got caught up in some stuff, but she had to be evil to defend herself. That's my only theory that I got to have, because she's obviously, I don't think Jean Grey is being manipulated by the Jackal. Could be wrong. I don't think Jean Grey is being manipulated by anyone. We all can be great people, but if somebody is trying to kill you or take you to jail and you ain't done nothing wrong, you're naturally going to fight back. So I think that's how they're spinning this whole villain narrative, that she just going to be fighting back anybody who trying to get in her way. And this is going to be a different interpretation of Jean Grey, because usually Jean Grey is like a damsel in distress. She's usually like, no. So they're doing a twist on her. That's my only speculation on them painting her as the villain. And I think he's going to be dealing with Jean Grey coming at him. And like he said, Jean Grey trying to get Zendaya and get Ned. And the big question is, well, who is the real big villain? Is it going to be Tremel Tillman or is it Tombstone? I don't know. Torian says, Tina, I can't wait to see your cameo in this movie. No cameo. I'm not an actor. Shout out to the actors out there. Sanju said, Tina's favorite topic, Sadie Sink and Jean Grey. Y'all know I hate it, but ain't nothing I can do. Collector's Reign says she's gotta be Rogue, not Jean Grey.
Because of the ending of the last movie.
Nah, she ain't Rogue. If y'all told me Sadie Sink was Rogue, I could accept that. Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. Ugh. Dan the man said that makes sense. Eating ice cream is crazy work for Jean Grey. Jean Grey can't eat ice cream? Jean Grey can't be eating ice cream and then they come and put something over her head and pick her up. That don't make sense. Cal Royal Highness says, when Jean Grey gets her powers, keeps her friends alive past death as the Cosmo witness, because she kept her friend alive when she was dead. Y'all, I ain't read comics in 20 years, so I'm not going to comment. I don't know if that happened or not, child. I've read comics since then. I kind of get them like here and there, but I haven't sat down and read like a series or a whole story in such a long time. Child, they said Jean Grey is the villain of the movie. Collector's Reign said, I don't want to believe she's Jean Grey. Child, I've accepted it. It is what it is. Sadie Sink, girl, I hope you eat it up as Jean. I hope you kill it. All right, last topic. Let's talk about Adam Driver. Let's talk about Adam Driver. So, Adam Driver had the MCU streets on fire this week. Let's follow the timeline. So, my time to shine, hello, Scooper. She was the first person that said, hey, man, I'm hearing that Adam Driver is being eyed as a villain in the next MCU movie. That's all my time to shine, hello, said. I hear that Adam Driver might be a villain. Then comes Apocalyptic Horseman. Scooper, he comes out, he said, yep, I heard the same thing. I heard he gonna be a villain. Matter of fact, I heard he gonna be Magneto. Then he came back the next day and was like, My bad, y'all. He's actually playing Mr. Sinister. And I'm like, okay. Then today, or late last night, Nexus Point News came out and said, no, we hearing that he playing William Stryker. Who the hell is Adam Driver? So from all of this, I think we can all agree on one thing, that Adam Driver has met with Marvel, and Adam Driver may possibly be in Marvel. Anything after that is just speculation because his name has been attached to 3 characters. Let's start with the first option. Adam Driver as Magneto. When I heard that Adam Driver may have possibly been Magneto, I said, this is the worst thing ever. I was horrified. I thought it was horrific. I'm gonna start being dramatic. I thought it was horrifying and terrifying that somebody thinks that Adam Driver can be Magneto. I was hurt. I was so hurt. And everybody on my timeline was like, yes, Driver is Magneto. And I'm like, y'all, this is not a good casting choice. This is not good. Adam Driver is Magneto. I hated it. I didn't even tweet about it. I hated it so bad. And guess what? I didn't see one person get mad and say, no, Adam Driver can't be Magneto because he's not Jewish. That's how you know. People pick and choose. People pick and choose when they want the characters to match up with the actors. Y'all are very iffy on when y'all want stuff to match up. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I want them to go out and find somebody who's Jewish. I just want them to do that. I want them to go find someone who has a familiar connection to the Holocaust. I think going to find an actor with that background will bring so much more weight to Magneto. That's just my preference. That's my preference. I think Magneto has such a compelling story. And true enough, Fassbender and Ian McKellen, they were not Jewish and they killed the roles. But we in 2026. All I'm saying is just put the net out there. Like, give the people a chance and say, hey, y'all, we looking for a Jewish actor. And if you can't find anybody, then you go get the next you go get the next man up. But Adam Driver as Magneto was just terrible casting to me. I never saw it. I could never see it. I could never visualize it. I thought it was horrible. Now, when we get to talking about Adam Driver being Mr. Sinister, I could see that. Now I was feeling that. I was feeling that. I was more in line with Adam Driver being Mr. Sinister with his size and his acting skills. I thought that would be dope. I'm like, yes, he would be a great Mr. Sinister. Can you imagine Adam Driver saying, I've been studying your bloodline for decades? Yes. Adam Driver can play cold and calculated. I think he would be a great Mr. Sinister for sure. Now, Nexus Point News, who's very reliable, they said that they're hearing that he might actually be Stryker. Now, I trust Nexus Point News for sure, but I can't see them doing Stryker again, but I guess it's a possibility. I also think that I think Adam Driver would make a good William Stryker because he has the intensity to play someone who's completely convinced that they're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I think he could do that. And William Stryker, he's a very obsessive, morally complex character. You know what I'm saying? William Stryker feels like he's doing the right thing to protect humanity. I could see Adam Driver doing that. You know what I'm saying? Adam Driver has the screen presence to really give us a new twist on, Stryker. You know what I'm saying? I could see that. So we don't know who Adam Driver is playing at this point. We don't know. I would be cool if he Mr. Sinister or if he's Stryker. I think he would kill it as Stryker. Yeah, I think he would kill it as Stryker, but I think he would really eat it up as Mr. Sinister. If I wake up one day and see that Deadline has reported that Adam Driver is Magneto, I wouldn't be mad, but I would be a little disappointed. But I think Adam Driver would be a good Magneto, but he just would not be my first choice. Just me. Just my opinion. I think Adam Driver would be a great Mr. Sinister, though, for sure. Collector's Reign said, I think Mr. Sinister's casting is the best. Dan the Man said, good. Now we got y'all on board with this Adam and Magneto train. I am not on board with that. Collector's Reign says, wasting him as Stryker is crazy. Nisha said, I don't know about him as Magneto. Dan the Man said, Tina be killing me with these hot takes. Adam would kill it as Eric. Look, I'm not saying that Adam Driver cannot play Magneto. He would definitely, he can do it. He's a talented actor. He could do it. I just don't want him to do it. I just don't want him to do it. I think it would be great as Mr. Sinister. S. Jaddock said he'd be a great Mr. Sinister, not a Magneto for me. He said he'd be a fool to take Stryker. I don't know. I would look. Can you think? How old is Adam Driver? Let's see. Adam Driver. Me and Adam Driver about the same age. Adam Driver is 42 years old. If you tell me that you finna give me $10 million a movie and all I got to do is come to work dressed up with a suit on and I can play William Stryker at 42, yes. I don't want to put all that shit on to be Mr. Sinister. I don't want to go through all that. Collector's Reign says he's not going to get no toy licensing deals with Stryker. Since when actors be getting involved in licensing deals with toys? When that happen? When does that happen? Let me look that up. Let's see. Does RDJ make any money off Tony's Iron Man toys? No, listen. Maybe y'all know something I don't know. I have never heard of an actor making money off of toys. That is one thing that these studios do not play about. I've never heard of that. Nah, You telling me you finna give me $10 million and I gotta come to work and deal with the makeup and all that foolishness of Mr. Sinister, or I could come to work and put on a suit and be William Stryker, maybe put on some camouflage every once in a while. Bitch, I'm being Stryker. Collector's Reign said RDJ makes it off his likeness. Okay. Does RDJ make money off his likeness for Iron Man toys? Let's see. Yes, RDJ makes money off his likeness for Iron Man toys, but this is handled through specific appearance-based merchandising clause. Okay. Likeness writers. Hey, something new. I've been out the business for a long time as far as movies. That's new. That is new. That's good, though. I mean, if you're using an actor's face for toys and merchandise, yeah, these people should get paid, 3%, something like that. Yep. The Lawrence Report said Driver would be a great Mr. Sinister. Yeah, he would kill it as Mr. Sinister. Driver is tall, too. He like 6'3", and Mr. Sinister is already kind of like, he walks so cold and imposing. And yeah, he'd be a great Mr. Sinister. Magneto. And why they giving Magneto white hair? I know Magneto be having white hair when he young, but Magneto ain't got to have white hair. Fassbender did not have white hair. Did Fassbender ever get white hair? I don't think so. If he gonna be Magneto, don't give him white hair. Wait till he grow into the white hair. Cal Royal Highness says Sinister would be in the movies, 6 movies. The other character would only be in 2. He eventually becomes unalived. You can't kill Sinister. He's always around. I feel like Stryker was around for a long time. Wasn't Stryker involved with the Weapons X program? Wasn't he? Let's see. I feel like you can do a lot with Stryker because he's involved with Weapons X, and then we find out his son is a mutant. I think you can go a lot of different ways with Stryker. I think he would be a good Stryker. I know it's a boring role. I know it's not exciting, but I think it would be dope, man. I think he'd be a good Stryker. I wouldn't be mad at that. And like I said, if I am him and I just get to come to work and put on a suit, I'll be Stryker, child. I don't want to be. Find somebody young to be Mr. Sinister. Go find somebody about 30 years old who still got energy and want to do all that stuff. Y'all see what happened with that girl who played Mystique? She played Mystique one movie, second movie. Oh, I don't want to be Mystique no more. The makeup too long. Yeah, man, go get some of these young folks. Let them be Stryker. I mean, let them be Mr. Sinister. Come to work, got put all that makeup on. Unless they gonna CGI and mocap Mr. Sinister. I don't think they doing Stryker though, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, man. We'll see. That's all I got, y'all. Y'all got any other questions? Like I said, I will be back. I'm going to probably do a show Friday, and I'll be back next Saturday with the boys. The boys are going to be coming over to the movie Lair. We should have a good time. We're going to see what Kevin Feige talking about. But yeah, I'll be going live next Friday and Saturday. So if y'all had a good time, we done been here about 2 hours and 30 minutes. We got some good information. If y'all don't have any questions, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm so ready for the mutants. I even got my mutant shirt on today. Let me show y'all my mutant shirt. Mutant and proud. Bring on the mutants. Bring on the mutants. I am so over everybody else. Bring on the goddamn mutants, child. I'm over these other people. RDJ, I want you gone. We ready to see the mutants. Recast Dr. Doom. Bring somebody else in to be Doom. Damn. Bring on the mutants. Oh. All right. Y'all got any other questions? Y'all got anything else y'all want to gossip about before I get up out of here? Now I got to leave here at midnight. And I need to work on my Vampire Lestat reaction video. That's going to be sad. I'm going to be crying. Such a bad finale. Nathan says, I don't know if the mutant saga is going to be great. I could be wrong. Hey, man, I think you can only go two ways with X-Men. That's why some of these castings are a little weird to me. This is what I think. I think you either go balls to wall and you go all out and you spend $250 million on the movie and you go get Margot Robbie, you go get Adam Driver, you go get a bunch of big names and you shoot for the stars. You already got Sadie Singer's Jean Grey. I'm sure you paying her. So I think you either go balls to the wall and we finna go all out. Or your other option is, let's make this X-Men movie $150 million and we go and find a bunch of no-name people to play these roles. And if this movie isn't good, we're not taking a major loss. Honestly, I would go with option number one. I would make a very low minimal budget X-Men movie because AI, no matter how much people don't want to accept AI, it is here. All right. They probably gonna be using AI to replace a lot of things. They done already fired their whole goddamn visual effects department. I would probably spend $150 million on that movie. I would probably only have one or two superstars in the film. And if it doesn't do well, you don't have to take a big L. You can regroup and do something else. But if you finna spend $250 million, like if you finna spend some money on this X-Men movie, and if it don't hit, they're gonna be in the same situation that DC is in, looking at James Gunn. Because if this X-Men movie don't do good, all right. Next up, you got Black Panther. I feel like Black Panther is gonna be fine because you got Ryan Coogler, you got Denzel Washington. Then what's next? What comes after Black Panther? I think you go low, man. I think you spend $150 to $175 million on this movie and leave these celebrity actors where they are. You should not be spending no money on fucking Margot Robbie to play Emma Frost. If y'all don't go find some blonde-haired white lady off Broadway to play Emma Frost, you go find some blonde-headed white boy in the theaters to play Scott Summers. Like, go out and get in the streets and find these people And then you spend your money on, one-off people here and there. I don't think you should be spending no money on Professor X. I think you do need a strong Magneto. Who else they should spend money on? You done already spent a little coin on Sadie Sink. They don't need to be spending too much money on this movie because Marvel is still in a rocky place. People finna show up for Doomsday. People finna show up for Secret Wars. And I think they have to start setting these mutants up in Secret Wars. You gotta get people like attracted to these mutants. And I think, that's another thing that got me a little confused about the Ryan Coogler Storm casting. Because it seems like X-Men is coming first. But we have heard rumors that they want Ryan Coogler to be involved with the Storm casting. And people have said Storm is going to debut in Black Panther. So that either means Storm isn't in the first X-Men movie because Storm can't debut in Black Panther if X-Men comes first. So I don't know. A lot of this stuff is up in the air. Whatever Ryan Coogler has going on, he's keeping it very tight to the chest. If y'all think about it, when it comes to like Black people news, we ain't hearing nothing about the Black people. We haven't heard nothing about Black Panther as far as who's playing them. We haven't really heard any solid rumors on who's playing Storm. So a part of me does feel like maybe Ryan Coogler is involved with the Storm casting, but even that just seems weird to me. But and I'm gonna show y'all a tweet. Let me see if I can find that tweet. Let's see if I have it. And see. Yep, here it is right here. I'm gonna show y'all this tweet. I tweeted this last year. Y'all know it don't never get too much traction because I'm just a little YouTuber. Don't have no big channel too much. Let me show y'all what I tweeted last year. Share. Where's this picture at? I'm trying to let me just add it right here. Hold on, y'all. Boom, 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 boom. I'm sorry, I just got to get it added. I wasn't prepared for this. See, this is why I be organized. Hold on, it's coming. Oh, it's not letting me add that screenshot? Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on, bear with me. All right, let's see if it'll work now. Hold on. Dang, why it ain't working for me? Hold on. Let's go here. Let's do it this way. Hold on. We gonna try it this way. Where's the screenshot at? Hold on, I'm uploading it. Sorry, y'all, because we going off topic, so that's why it's a little detour here. Hold on. Let's add this screenshot. So I tweeted this back in November of 2025. And I'm not saying these things are connected. All I'm saying is I tweeted this November 2025. I said, bro, I swear to God, if Ryan Jamarcus Coogler takes Jamie Lawson and puts her in Black Panther and pulls her out of the running for Storm, I'm going to be hot. I tweeted this before a lot of people started talking about Jamie Lawson outside of Darius. And the reason I tweeted this is somebody hit me up and they said, listen, man, Ryan Coogler really likes Jamie Lawson. This person was like, I haven't heard that Jamie Lawson is Storm. And that's why you've never heard me say that. I've never heard that Jamie Lawson was going to be Storm. But this person told me, he said, listen, Ryan Coogler loves Jamie Lawson. and he wants Jamie Lawson in Black Panther 3. And I said, well, what do you want her in Black Panther 3 for? Who's she gonna play? He was like, I don't know who she's gonna play, but he loves Jamie Lawson. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, she gonna be somebody in the tribe. She gonna be this person. So that's when I send that tweet out, like, if Ryan Coogler puts Jamie Lawson in Black Panther 3 and takes her out of the running for Storm, I'm gonna be pissed off. That was last year. Now that we're hearing rumors that Ryan Coogler wants to cast Storm, all I'm saying is I would not be surprised if Jamie Lawson is Storm, if that's true. If Jamie Lawson is not Storm, I would not be surprised that she's in Black Panther 3 because somebody told me, like, he loves Jamie Lawson. So I don't know if those things correlate. I'm not saying that Ryan Coogler is picking Jamie Lawson to be Storm. What I'm saying is I heard that Ryan Coogler loves Jamie Lawson and he wants to work with her. And he wants her in Black Panther 3. But that is not adding up with Storm to me because, like I said, it feels like Black Panther 3 is coming out after X-Men. And I would be so pissed off if Storm is not in the first X-Men movie. I would be mad. So that's why I don't like this idea of Ryan Coogler introducing Storm. I wouldn't hate it because I know he would do it right. But before a lot of these scoopers, mind you, this is before people started winning Oscars for Sinners. This was before a lot of, let's keep it real, white people knew who Jamie Lawson was. Wasn't nobody talking about Jamie Lawson last year except for, like, you know, the black YouTubers. Darius, I think he was the first person who heard that Disney was looking at Jamie Lawson. Somebody came to me in November and they was like, bruh, he really likes Jamie Lawson. I would not be surprised if Jamie Lawson is in Black Panther 3. In my mind, I was like, don't do that because I want Jamie Lawson to be Storm. So now that we're hearing rumors that they want Ryan Coogler to cast Storm, you know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not saying that. I don't want nobody. That's not like an official scoop or anything, but it is a scoop that he loves her and he wants her in Black Panther. But I don't know if she's going to be Storm. So I don't know. All right, so Nathan said that would be messed up if they found a way to keep Storm out of X-Men. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. S. Jaddick says, we ain't hearing no more BP rumors because Coogler knows to Junior is foolhardy but hasn't figured out how to sell it. He's scared and stubborn. I think the man thinks it's a great move. Cal Royal Highness says, I would introduce Storm to the X-Men through Black Panther. S. Jaddick says, I'm a Storm fan, but I don't really care about Storm in a Black Panther movie until T'Challa is done correctly. Collector's Reign said, if she's Storm, it's perfect. Nisha says, I like her as Storm, but is Storm going to be in Black Panther 3? I don't know. Collector's Reign said, she can cross over. Yeah, she could cross over, but I want Storm in the first X-Men movie. I don't want her to not be in the first X-Men movie because Marvel feels more comfortable letting Ryan Coogler cast her instead. Nathan Moore said, what's the next series you want to review? I don't know. Maybe Lanterns. I might do Lanterns. I don't know. That's the next thing coming up. I'll definitely, like, now that the Vampire Lestat is over, I'll probably be putting out like a lot more like general news videos. But the next series, probably Lanterns. That's the next thing that's coming up. S. Jaddick says, what are the odds for the Ali actor in that Michael B. Jordan movie as a new T'Challa? I don't think he would be. I wouldn't like him as T'Challa. And we got to be consistent on, are we talking about T'Challa Jr. or T'Challa? Because I'm still unsure on how old this kid is going to be. But we're going to start hearing, I think we'll start hearing a lot more about Black Panther pretty soon. Because it seems like X-Files has wrapped, at least the pilot. And if it gets picked up, I mean, he got to get back to work on that, but we'll see. Cal Royal Highness said the X-Men First Class doesn't have Storm. She's a part of the second class. She could be the goddess in Africa in a Black Panther movie, that's comic accurate. Yeah, but I know she's not first class, but it would feel so empty not having Storm in the first X-Men movie. Not saying it's not possible. It's possible. It can happen. It would just feel weird. It would just feel weird. But y'all, that's all I have. I'm finna get up out of here. Collector's Reign said, that's Jericho Drum's kid. He's from Haiti. That's how you turn the Kia into Malice. That is not Jericho Drum's kid. That's T'Challa's son. Nisha said, I would be angry if Storm is left out of the first class. Yeah. Even though it could, I think people would be, that it would have to be a joint announcement. I think they would have to say, Kevin Feige would have to get on the Comic-Con stage next Saturday and say, y'all, we're actively working for X-Men. This is our first class. And then if he announces the first class and Storm isn't in it, he can save it by saying, now I know there's some people missing like Storm and Wolverine, but we got another surprise. Ryan Coogler, come on out. Then you have Ryan Coogler come on stage and say, hey, yeah, Storm is missing because she's going to be in the next Black Panther movie. The next Black Panther movie is called Black Panther Legacy. And then you see Storm up there. That'll be the only way they can save it. Because if you just announce a first class and Storm isn't there, and then you try to keep her a secret like they're doing Sadie Sink for her to be a surprise in the Black Panther movie, that would be so bad. So they gotta make joint announcements if they decide not to include Storm in the first X-Men movie. It's gotta be together. It's gotta be like, Storm ain't in this movie, but she over there with the niggas. She over there with them folks in Wakanda. Which makes sense, because if Denzel Washington is going to be Shadow King is always hunting Storm down. So it does make sense if Storm is over there involved in Black Panther 3, but I don't like it. I think we can build to Storm. I think we could build to Storm eventually showing up in Wakanda, because how's the movie going to end? Is Shuri older than Storm? Like, what are we talking about, man? Like, is Shuri gonna be like, is this gonna be like Ironheart, that we done saved Storm from Shadow King and we gotta protect her in Wakanda, and then at the end of the movie, is Shuri gonna be like, well, Storm, you can't keep your ass here, but I know somebody named Professor Xavier, he can take you in over in his school in America. Man, come on. I would hate that. So we'll see, y'all. We'll see. We'll be right back here. Cal Royal Highness said that's literally her story. I know it's her story, but I would not like it. I know that's elements of her story, but I would not like it at all. I don't care. Just because something is a part of their story, it don't mean we got to follow it to a T, because then it feels repetitive. Then it feels like they're doing the same thing they just did in Wakanda Forever by saving Ironheart. Now we're working to kind of save Storm because the Shadow King is after Storm, and Storm has to, Wakanda has to go help Storm and take her in for refuge. I don't want that. I don't know. Cal Roy Hunt. Yes, Cal says she has a rich story in Africa. She's an African priestess. I know. If we doing that, I can rock with that. But that don't sound like what we doing. If they're saying we finna get a solo Storm movie, or we're finna get a solo Storm presentation that's like an hour long, and we're dealing with her in America losing her parents and then, going to Africa. Like, if that's the Storm story, I'm cool with that. But when you start mixing Storm and Black Panther together, is it a Black Panther movie or is it a Storm movie? Is it a Black Panther movie or is it a Shadow King movie? Stuff starts to get a little bit too muddy. That's all I'm saying. So either give Storm an intro with the X-Men, like she's supposed to. Give Storm her own special presentation, you know. But like I said, if next Saturday comes and Ryan Coogler gets on that stage and says he's introducing Storm, I'm not going to be mad. I think he'll do a great job. I'll be a little disappointed because I feel like, oh, y'all making Ryan Coogler do all the nigga shit. Y'all letting him handle all the black people stuff. There's more black directors in the world than Ryan Coogler. Okay, we can spread it out and let somebody else work with Storm. All right, y'all. That's all I got. I'm finna get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. So once again, I should be going live next Friday, 9:30 p.m. And then me and the fellas will be going live 8:30-ish, 8:15-ish next Saturday to talk about the Marvel stuff with Comic-Con. Once again, for everybody who stayed with me, for the people that's watching this on the replay gang, I appreciate y'all. It's 12:30. I gotta get up out of here, though.
Man, I love being black. I love y'all.